I do have a question about. I need an opinion on Black Panther though. Namor still has the little like angle wings and they're like flapping.
Mm-hmm.
You like that?
I brought up in the one show when you weren't here. I said that to Levy. I said, "What do you think about the flapping wings?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, Namor, he needs those to fly. I was like, "Not really. He doesn't really need those."
They're symbolic of anything. Like, what are they?
Be there. I don't like it.
I don't feel like little wings like that would be able to make me fly if I had them. I feel like they would give me a little boost. Like, no, hear me out. I feel like
they help you dry mop the floor, and that's about it.
No, I feel no. I feel like they would be like a little. Like, I feel like I would be able to dunk. I'd be able to dunk if I had them, like it would get me a little bit more ups. It would get me a little more ups on my vertical. I feel like I could dunk with them, but I don't feel like I could go any sort of like distance on little ankle wings. Like, well, I mean, it's like, physics, dude, like even if they were going like hummingbirds and shit, little ass ankle wings on like a 210-pound dude.
It's like those shoes they used to sell back in the day where you should pump up the sole with the tongue.
Yeah. Like you were gonna fucking start bouncing like the Incredible Hulk, like.
Yeah, Air Namors. Yeah, I'm not for it. I am anti ankle wing.
I'm anti little wings at all. Like even remember Captain America had the little wings on the side of it. His if he would have showed up in the MCU looking like that, people would have laughed him right out of the building.
Yeah.
the guy that's built like a tight end and shit on a couple of little ass wings
on his ankles. Like, how does that even work? How is he not like hanging upside down like all the time?
Yeah, it's like rear wheel drive and shit. Like,
yeah.
Like he's fine unless he flies into snow and then he's all over the place.
He's always flying feet first everywhere.
Yeah. This is definitely not a pro wing show.
Like if it's like if it was
Welcome. You have now tuned in to the Blackout and Shout podcast with your host, Mike Kincaid.
Can I tell you that Baby Yoda just annoys the shit out of me?
That's because you haven't watched The Mandalorian. Oh, look at Baby Yoda, so huge. Levy Curry.
Some people do all sorts of crazy stuff, like dinosaur romance novels. Those are really a thing. Taken by the T-Rex. A billionaire dinosaur forced meat, ravaged by the raptors.
I wonder if there's audiobooks of them. And Jed Vargo.
He was always like well known for wearing the Nazi outfit on.
Captain Kangaroo?
Captain Kangaroo.
Didn't he have the...
No. And he did not dress up as a Nazi either.
So sit back. Mike, are you... Listen to me. Relax. Say transform and roll out.
And enjoy the show.
Not the last show. So it's 157. Anyway, all right.
I'll take two. Good start. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Glad to be back. Ladies and gentlemen out there in podcast land, welcome to the 157th episode of the Blackout and Shout podcast. I am your guest host, Mike Kincaid. What's going on, people? How we doing? Good. Sounds weird when you introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Anyways, Jed, you talked first. You get introduced first. What's going on there? Jed Vargo on my virtual left.
Too much. Busy week. Lots of stuff going on. It's like one of those things where you throw a bunch of shit up in the air and you're trying to be like, Peter Parker in the first Spider-Man movie, trying to catch them all on the tray. And you have to do 157 takes.
Yeah.
Right. Just tired. Well, not necessarily tired. It's just been busy. That's all.
Yeah, I hear you.
Exhausted? Hello?
I think we lost him.
No.
I'm still here. I was
he's still there. Right.
Levy. Yeah, I thought you were going to Levy next.
Can you not hear me? Hold on. Can you not hear me when I talk, Jed?
Yeah, I can hear you when you talk, like just now.
He's just ignoring you.
No, because I was... Oh, okay. Because I was... never mind.
What's that?
That's fine. What?
What'd you say? I couldn't hear you over my stuff.
No.
Are you are you hearing echoes or?
No. It says you weren't. It didn't sound like you were responding to what I was saying.
Oh, what did you
So I
say
wasn't
that I
sure if you
didn't
were hearing
respond
me.
to?
I don't remember.
It's a lie.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right side, virtual right, Levi Curry. What's up, Levy? Hey, Levy.
Yeah.
Tell Jed that you ate a brownie without actually telling him that you ate a brownie.
Just a little one.
Oh shit. How you doing, Levy? You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm all right, man.
Yeah, you good? Good.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Wow.
I guess I guess we'll go around the horn. Jed, Halls, shout outs, plugs.
Fuck you, John Bailey. Let's see, what did I get? That Hasbro Marvel Legends Mojo 3-pack with Mojo, Longshot, and Dazzler. And the Wolverine chibi. Got that in the mail. Got
I thought you were canceling that and just getting Longshot and Dazzler separately.
No, I think that was Brother Kyle that did that.
Okay.
No, I wanted everything, but I'm not a big fan of the Wolverine thing.
Yeah, I didn't give it. Yeah,
all that is. Let's see. SH Figuarts Jujutsu Kaisen. I got Iota from that. Let's see. That's not really much I got. Oh, I got that. Macross. High metal D or whatever the hell it's called from Bandai, and I just it's terrible. So, well, not terrible, but it wasn't for me. So, I was kind of disappointed with that. That's about it. And shout out to Hidden Toys, our sponsor. Hidden Toys, all your art and robot and superhero and now wide abstract. Check out hiddentoys.net. Back to you, Mike.
Yeah, you're doing your haul. It reminded me, I completely forgot to give you the
Casey
Kohler book. I have that here.
Yeah, I forgot to ask you about it too. I was all excited seeing doors and then talking to you about everything else, and then I was just completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
Did you look through it? I heard it's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, it's very cool. I didn't look at every page yet, but I mean, I kind of flipped through it and looked at, a couple of them, and then I like it. I like those art books, man. He's such a cool dude too, Casey. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see, Levy. Are you still with us, Levy?
Yeah.
Tell us stuff. What did you get since last time? And do you have? I'll just say do your haul because I know you ain't got any plugs.
Oh yeah. I got the Mafex symbiote suit Spider-Man, the black suit. Which, by the way, I have to get yours and Brother Kyle's over to.
Yo, you know what? Maybe what are you doing tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning? I don't think I'm doing anything.
Maybe I'll swing out if you ain't doing anything because Vanessa's she's going to hang out with Chan this weekend, so I'm basically flying solo this weekend, so maybe I'll swing out.
Okay. In the morning, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was asking you what you were doing tomorrow morning, so I could come out. So I could come out tomorrow night.
You're like the cable company.
Yeah, right. I'll give them an 8-hour window. Yep. where I'll stop by and get my shit. Yeah.
Are you gonna be home between 8 and 9 at night?
If you would ever do that to me, I would take a picture of my middle finger and I would tape it to the front door. There's your window. What else, Levy?
So I think that's it, actually.
So you got a couple of bum Spider-Mans though. You said one of them had two left feet, the other one had.
Yeah, the one had 2 left feet, and the other one had 2 of the same. Or I'm sorry, had 2 left hands or 2 right hands, something like that.
Yeah.
For like the open relaxed hands that come on the figure by default.
Right.
It had 2 at the same side. So And because so like I noticed it on the first one with the hands, and I thought to look at the feet, and I found this on the second one with the feet mixed up. So what I did was I ended up opening all three, taking the bum parts and putting them on mine, and then making yours and Brother Kyle's correct.
Levy took the bum parts along with some new parts. Created a new Spider-Man.
So
they called him New Spider-Man.
Yeah, so I think that's it. I don't think I got anything else. So yeah.
Levy, can you repeat that? Since I completely missed it.
What?
I'm joking.
Yeah, I know.
Are you okay, Levy?
Yeah.
Levy, are you okay?
Yeah.
You okay, Levy?
Yeah.
Levy, are you okay?
Oh. Can you hear me?
Nope.
Okay.
Where's this train wreck going, host? Do you
I was waiting for somebody to ask me what my week was like, man.
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
if I didn't ask you, we would have been there.
Yeah, I would have sat here on principle. I would have sat here all fucking night.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's kind of hard for me to. I don't want to do a month and a half worth of shout outs, hauls, and plugs. So I'm just gonna go with a couple of the highlights. So RetroCon, TFCon, New York Comic Con, we did all that shit, and we worked at RetroCon and TFCon, and everything went really well. So thank you to anybody that may be listening that may have stopped by the table and grabbed themselves some gear. Very much appreciate it. Let's see. I got married, I think, since the last time I was on this show. Actually, I think maybe the bachelor party. It's been a while, dude. Right? The bachelor party was the week before RetroCon, right?
It's been a month. So
it's been a month. Wow.
Things that happened. Everything that happened to you in October was never spoke about. So that
would have. Maybe I was on after RetroCon. All right, so the bachelor party and RetroCon happened. Well, anyways, I got married since then, 1st of October. So I know this is Jed doesn't want to hear this, but like we're still doing all right.
So you forgot to say you got a wife in your hall.
A wife in the hall, yeah, right, yeah. I love when people ask me like, so does it feel different? It's like, no, we've been living together for 2 years. It felt exactly like it did the day before we did it.
I told you when she dyes her hair blonde again and starts watching the Dallas Cowboys, you're in trouble.
Well, that'll segue to something else in the shout outs and hauls, but I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, no, we can't have that. What the hell was I going to say about TFCon? Except for, all right, so Doors showed up. I kind of checked in on that a little bit when I was out at TFCon, but he ended up actually extending his stay for another week, and which was cool because he completely tattoo lead it at TFCon.
Yeah,
we missed out on him on, was it Friday night? I think he was asked out on Friday night. Saturday night a little bit we hung out, but yeah, it was cool that he hung out because everybody got to like see him for a little bit, and he went to Nate's for a little bit. He was at my place for a little bit. He was with you guys to go to Yestercades. So yeah, man, Doors was a cool fucking dude, man. Did not disappoint, man. You know, sometimes you meet people online and then you meet him in real life and shit, and things are different. But Doors was pretty much as cool as I thought he was going to be. You know, it was definitely a trip. But like the entire time was spent like talking like American versus British shit. You know, it was just like the whole fucking time. And we went to Penhurst Friday night. You guys ever been to Penhurst?
No, I have not, but I heard about it. It's pretty cool.
Penhurst is fucking amazing. Penhurst is amazing. But I wasn't actually telling you to tell you about Penhurst. I was telling you about not the incident, but what happened at the snack bar. So there was this really long line to get into the first building, and there was this little like concession stand, and I'm like, I'm thirsty. I'm going to grab a soda. And I look over at Doors and I'm like, hey man, I'm getting something to drink. You want anything? And he goes, I want a bottle of water. And I'm like, I'll pay for it, but you have to ask the dude. Isn't that always the go-to, right? Like say bottle of water, man. Say bottle of water. And he fucking said it to the dude and he didn't even react to it. We were a little disappointed. But yeah, shit was funny though. So now we heard him. We actually heard Doors in person in real life. Did he sound like you thought he was gonna sound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was gonna have like a cock accent or nothing, governor. You know.
Nah, bruv.
No, yeah, you sound exactly what I thought.
We're sitting there watching the Eagles game with him on Sunday. Is me, him, Vanessa, Jefferson, and Gurman are sitting there, and like we're watching the game, and it's during a couple of minutes where like none of us are talking, so it's like complete silence out of the crowd. And Jefferson just like out of left field turns towards and goes, "Do you guys really say pip pip cheerio to each other?"
Oh my god! Wow.
Torres is like, nah, not really.
At least I asked him something like, is it like, you know, what they showed all the flats and everything on TV? Is it really like that? And, you know, outside of London, you know, at least it was like I didn't go, oh, do you have tea time? You know, twice a day.
Yeah. And then what else? I can't remember if it was who was with us at the Wawa. It might have been Jefferson. I can't remember, but man. I lost a lot of that week because we were cooked a lot. So it was either Jefferson or Vanessa or somebody, but we were at the Tasty Cakes. It was Jefferson. We were at the Tasty Cake aisle, and he was telling Doors like, man, you got to try Tasty Cakes while you're over here and shit. And he's looking down and he sees the crimpets, you know, the Tasty Cake crimpets. And Jefferson goes, hey, it's a crimpet. You guys know all about fucking crimpets. And Doris is like, what's a crimpet? Oh, you mean the crumpets? Yeah, Jefferson was like, yeah, well, same fucking thing. Oh shit, man. There was so many fucking gem one-liners, like unintended, you know, but most of the time Jefferson was involved.
So I'll tell you a funny story. I got a funny story. So my wife called while we were on our way down to Yestercase, and I said, oh, and before I hung up, Doors like, let me talk to her. I'm like, all right. So he was like talking to her, and he's like, oh, thanks for letting chat and everything like that, and okay. And she's like, you can borrow his accent. I love his accent, right? But the funny part is like I saw she had posted on Facebook, Jed's out with his friend from Australia.
Are you shitting me? Did she change it or take it down?
I didn't tell her.
You let her just think he was Australian.
I even told her he was from England.
Oh my God.
We went to that place too. And I had said to the guy behind the counter, I said, hey man, I told this guy here that you guys have the best pizza in Jersey. And I said, he's from, he's K. And the dude behind the counter just looked at me, rolled his eyes and said, yeah, whatever, dude. So, they moved Jay and Silent Bob's, by the way. I was talking to the guy behind. They moved the building like 3 blocks closer to Yesterkids. It's literally like across the street and diagonal. And a dude.
Oh, nice.
Building. Yeah. Now
you don't have to go literally anywhere else when you go to Red Bank. You go to 1 block and then get the fuck out. Yeah.
I wanted to go to down to the Quickie Mart that trip, and I completely forgot about it because I wanted to get like a picture in front of the, the video store like next door to it.
Right.
Just like stand, and I completely forgot because it's like 10 minutes away from there, I think. But I forgot. But that was fun. It was good to play some video games.
Yeah.
Went down.
I wish I could have went. I wish I could have went with you guys.
Went to the chocolate store. Went to the music store. Walked around a bit. Went back, play some more video games.
Oh, how's your record? How's that album that you bought, man? Did you?
I opened that up and I was like, oh man, please. I'm like, come on. Because I paid like $40 for it. and it's a double album, so it was both records hit at the same time. But it was perfectly fine. Nothing wrong.
No shit, you got lucky.
No shit,
because that thud that it made was
oh
shit,
my
man.
God, dude, the sound that I heard, I was like, that's cracked like 5 places or whatever. But no,
it hit right. It didn't even hit on the flat of the sidewalk. You hit it like on the corner of the sidewalk, man.
Just went crack. I'm like, oh,
good hands,
I was
Jed.
gonna off and like pull it open and like just pieces like freaking peanut brittle. But no, it was in great shape. Nothing wrong. I was like, whew.
That's good.
Yeah.
We had Doors watch his first Philadelphia Phillies game and his first Philadelphia Eagles game. So that was cool. Oh, so and it's a funny story from the Phillies game. So at the end of, I think it was game 1 of the World Series, and it was 9th inning. So it went into at the end of 9, it went into extra innings and shit. And at that point, this was right after the Pennhurst. We got back from Pennhurst maybe in like the 6th inning. Nah, I mean like the 5th. I think it was like the 5th inning. And reason being, we had the Pennhurst tickets. We had them in advance because I'll admit it, as a Phillies fan, this is a fucking amazing run. A month and a half ago when I got the tickets, I would have told you the Phillies have a snowball's fucking chance in hell of being in the World Series. So that's why I was missing for the first 5 innings. But we sat there through all 5 innings, and you and everybody has ever seen baseball on TV knows it can be kind of slow, especially if you're like, you don't know the game all that well, So Doors watches 4 innings of this shit, and it happens to be like 4 scoreless innings. They're tied 5-5. And yeah. All the runs. Well, it was funny because we were listening on the radio on the way home, and there's all this fucking excitement going on, but all the runs got scored early. When we got there and actually started watching, it was just like, yeah, no scoring at all. It gets through to the 9th inning. Nobody scores. It goes into extra innings. But after 9, Doors looks over at me. I'm trying to think of how he worded it exactly. He's like, so how long does the match go for? Or something like that, It's like, I say, the match is going into OT, Doors. If you want to go home and get some sleep, you can go home and get some sleep. But he was there. He stayed for another half inning, and JT Realmuto hit the go-ahead home run, and we went fucking nuts, man. And he tried to record a little bit of it, but yeah, that was kind of cool though. I think he liked the football game a little bit better than the baseball game.
Football is usually a little bit more exciting. Yeah,
I agree. Like, to somebody that doesn't really watch either one of the two, like, I would definitely say, yeah, football is an easier watch for sure.
At least everybody else is running around except a couple people.
Yeah, right. And he had an Eagle shirt, by the way. He made that. I didn't hook him up with that. He came prepared with the Eagle shirt. He also had a Blackout and Shout. What was it? I can't remember what he had on it. It was like the flag in the background. But what was the words on it? Oh, Ruddy. It was the Ruddy Ruddy something puck.
Yeah, I saw that. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, pretty dope. So that was cool, man. That was a nice, like, every TF con, there seems to be some shit that catches you off guard. Like the one year Yule showed up out of nowhere. So this year it was Doors. So that was definitely a nice addition to the whole thing. What else happened? I think that's it, man. I think. Oh, and for hauls, I got so much shit, dude. I'm not gonna go through all of them. I'll just give you some of the highlights. But I got the Galactus, who is freaking awesome. I think he's better built than the Sentinel by a long shot, don't you?
I agree. Yep. I already sold my second one.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking about selling one right away and then hanging on to the other one. You don't have to tell me what you got, but did you do all right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Now it's a good package. Yeah, I opened mine up and everything. It's a lot of stuff to it. I haven't had a chance to with it, but checked everything out. It looks really awesome. And I got you weren't on the show, but I got Fire Lord too to go with.
Oh no shit.
Whole play. Yeah.
Nice.
Did you notice I don't know if you like how close you like looked at it and stuff, but you notice that like on the face, was kind of like a weird plastic, not hard but not soft, but it was like I don't know if it was PVC or what, but it was definitely not made of the same type of plastic as the others.
That I didn't notice.
Yeah. I was like, what? Interesting. I thought it was like a rubber or like a real soft thing. And then I was like, no, it's hard. And I'm like, oh, they must use some type of material so it was a better sculpt.
Yeah.
For the features to come out more. But yeah, I didn't put any batteries in it or anything like that yet. But
no, I didn't. I'm not going to, man. I never.
Yeah.
If I did, I would put him in, take a picture, take him right out. Like I don't fuck with the batteries a whole lot, but he does look good, man. Holy.
Yeah, it's awesome. Did you ever wind up getting those Fantastic Fours figures?
Not yet, but I know the dude that has them, and I told him, next time I play a gig or make a couple extra bucks, maybe I'll hit him back.
Cool.
I got the Marvel Legends Apocalypse because I don't collect Marvel Legends. The hell else did I get, man?
Get the Fans Toys Mirage?
No, that's not here yet. That is not here yet. I got a bunch of G.I. Joes though. Steel Jaw, yeah. I got the Make Toys, whatever his name is, Nova Swarm.
How's your jaw on Steel Jaw? Is it loose? Or was it like high?
Nah, he's actually fine. Yeah, Kyle got a dud, man. Kyle got a dud. Although I will tell you this, and it looks like this on everybody's copy, but the wings are kind of bent like the wings when you transform it, both sides are split and you like put them together. So you got basically like 4 halves of wings, and then you got a left and a right on the one side, left and a right on the other side. And where the wings go, like you snap it together down by like where the gun is, but up by the wings, there's nothing to like tab it together. And the plastic is kind of like bent outwards, both halves, like fucking 2 bananas and shit. So they're not like straight. So there's kind of like an awkward split. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which
basically sucks because I don't know, man. I've seen a lot of other ones online and it all kind of looks the same. So maybe they should have figured that one out before they put it out. But outside of that, he's pretty dope.
I wonder if they're going to fix all that when they do the mass production of it.
I feel like when they do the mass production and they have regular like metallic gold painted wings, because the plastic is definitely a different plastic than like the plastic they use on like for the figure itself. Like it feels more like that. I don't know how to describe it, but like that chromed out shit.
Yeah.
It feels more like I don't know. It just feels different. But I would think that when they did the regular release, maybe they'll just use regular paint and regular plastic for those parts.
I know that there's a certain type of plastic that adheres to that chrome paint better.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it is. And that's why it's, I guess, warped or bent that way.
Which is something. It's fine, but like it would be fine if they just put a tab. Like I don't understand why there's not a tab and another like slot somewhere near the top of the wing. You'd think it'd be, I don't know,
scotch tape it.
Yeah, scotch tape it. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. He's never going to be a tape. If that really annoys the shit out of me, I'll glue the motherfucker on. I got the Make Toys Nova Storm, and I'm trying to figure out who the hell they're going to release next because they got one more coming, and I don't know who they plan on doing. That's pretty much
Storm, right. Sunstorm, Acid Storm, and
they did Sunstorm, Acid Storm, Nova Storm, and Ion Storm, and
what's it do with the blowtorch? Is that Bit something?
Hot Link, yes, Hot Link. Or
that's
yeah, Hot Link. So either Bitstream or Nacelle. Probably like a Nacelle would be cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that they showed like his arm in the first episode. Give us one of those, man. It was in there.
Here's Hot Link and an arm.
And an arm.
You're now complete.
That's what they should do. They should just put it like give you an arm on a flight stand, and then you would have to arrange your shit on the shelf the same way it was in that episode and only look at it from that one angle.
Yep.
Stupid. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. I know I got other stuff, but I've been gone for so long. I should have made myself a list. I was really unprepared. It's been a while since I did this podcasting thing. Just kind of forgot what I was doing. But yeah, so shout out to everybody. I got nothing to plug because all I've been doing was partying the last couple weeks.
Did you get to see old Pete while you were there?
I did not get to see old Pete. I did not. It was so fucking busy, dude. I know it sounds crazy. Legendary Pete was in the building, and I really, believe me, I wanted to see him. And in hindsight, I probably could have left Vanessa alone because I had her signed into my app for the scanner. But I don't know. It was just so fucking busy, you know. And I just wanted to make as much money as I could.
How was the crowd? Was there a lot more people there because of him?
It was a pretty good crowd. It was a pretty good crowd. I think there was more money spent last year because last year was an anomaly. Like this year, I killed this year. And I would never say that I didn't kill. Like I did really well. I sold a lot of shit. But the fact that I sold as much shit as I did this year and made more than that last year, and I heard that from a lot of the dealers, it was like, man, Baltimore, and people were coming out of the pandemic. You know, that was around that time where shit was kind of like starting to loosen up a little bit, and people were just excited to get out, and we're bringing every goddamn dollar we saved while we were sitting on our asses, and we're gonna spend it.
So it was. You think it was the same size crowd, but people didn't spend as much as they did last year? I think
it was about the same size crowd. Yeah. Oh, people were fucking spending money. Don't get it twisted. You know, it's just I'm just going off of like how I did personally. Like there was definitely a lot of sales. Like I did really well, but it was like Baltimore. I just know Baltimore was crazy because I remember the doors opening at 9, and it's not even a lie when I tell you that it was 3:00 before I had a chance to like chill for more than 30 seconds at a time. Like it was just fucking one after another in Baltimore. But yeah, definitely still a big crowd though.
Cool.
And a lot of the ROC guys weren't there because a lot of those guys went to BotCon, which I didn't know BotCon wasn't an official event. Like up until when BotCon was happening, I thought it was still like a Hasbro thing, man. And then I realized it wasn't, or else I would have probably tried to go to that one too. But I don't know, maybe next year, because TFCon is going to be in Orlando next year. I don't know if you guys heard.
I did. Yep.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm not going to Florida, man. Too fucking far.
Well, wasn't BotCon like down in Louisiana? Or
it was in Tennessee.
Tennessee. Okay.
Tennessee tuxedo. That'd be my limit. That'd be about my limit of driving. Any further than that, it's like, nah, I'm good. But I would drive there. I would drive about that far. You
don't realize that Tennessee is actually not that far away from Pennsylvania when you look at a map.
It's not. Yeah, I think the drive was probably about the same as Chicago, right? Isn't it like 11, 12 hours?
Yeah, it's like right outside Ohio.
Yeah.
So it's not, you're like, oh, it's actually not that far away.
So, yeah, so I talked to Haney, and I told him to just keep me posted, you know, about next year. So hopefully that's somewhere closer, and then I'll go. But why was I bringing that up? I was talking about TFCon.
Being in Florida?
No, being in Florida, that was part of it. Oh man, I'm having a Levy moment, man. See, Levy was a smart one. He just ain't saying anything. He's letting me forget all this shit. Damn it. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to this episode and then pick up next week. Pick this conversation up. I'll make that a note in my notepad.
Was it because you were saying TFCon was in Florida, you weren't going to drive out that far?
No, but it was something we were talking about before that.
About how you didn't realize.
Oh, the crowd. Okay. I remember. Right now, I remember to wind it back. I was saying about like certain people not being there. A lot of the RLC guys went to BotCon, and then I brought up BotCon or whatever. So, anyways, I said all that to say this: a lot of those guys weren't at TFCon, so it was. I would have liked to have seen everybody for sure because I was like missing a lot of those guys, but there being kind of like a smaller crowd of like people that we knew made it a little bit easier to like dedicate a little more time to everybody, you know, because that's always a complaint of mine. Like I like to properly do one of those, I would need a week because you see so many fucking people and you want to hang out with with everybody, but there's just like, it's not enough time to pack in. Last year's was cool because there was a little spot right, like maybe a block away from the hotel, and it was like a couple of bars lined up in a row, but there was like outdoor seating, so like everybody was just kind of like hanging out in like that little commons area, like outside, and so that was really cool because then there was probably like 60 or 50 or 60 people hanging out, and you could kind of like drift around and talk to everybody. So that was always good. But yeah, man. Oh, what's
Bobby
the No, he wasn't there.
Didn't have a table.
No. There was. It was only. Derek was there. There was only a couple of those guys were there, but that was it. Chris Mayville was there. And Trevor was there. Yeah, there was a few people. I mean, yeah, we hung out. The only what's this? Damn it, that bar that we got all fucking gooned up at Levy, Hofbrau House. Remember Hofbrau House?
Yeah, it's closed.
Fucking shut down.
Yeah.
It was a very social place. I could see them not lasting through the pandemic.
Yeah, I know, but they just didn't make it. A lot of places made it. I mean, a lot of places didn't make it, but it's a shame that they were one of them. That was epic times in that place, man. Got all fucking gooned up. Levy sucked down like a gallon of beer in one shot.
Yeah, those have been popping up in my memories lately.
Yeah, hell yeah. When you did a shot at that place, the waitress fucking gave it to you with the pizza paddle and shit.
Yeah.
Good times. Pour one out for Hofbrau House. Yeah, I don't know. We can move on, man. I could go on and on. I haven't been here for 5 weeks, so I don't want the show to be more than, we haven't done a 6-hour show in a while. I don't want this to be the first one.
Move on to the deaths. Jerry Lee Lewis died. He was 87 years old. American Hall of Fame singer. Great Balls of Fire. A whole lot of shaking going on. High School Confidential. And pianist. The only thing about Jerry Lee Lewis was dead a long time ago.
Yeah, so did I.
Not just me, but I thought he died a while ago. But maybe because like everybody else from that time period died. The thing I remember most about him was that his 13-year-old fucking cousin or some shit like that. I think it was.
Yep. Winona Ryder.
Yep. Here's one that I did.
Wasn't his cousin played by Winona Ryder in the that movie?
I don't know.
About Jerry Lee Lewis?
Movie
called Great Balls of Fire. Yeah,
I never watched it. Never watched it.
Yeah. It was Dennis Quaid as Jerry Lee Lewis, and I'm pretty sure it was Winona Ryder.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong.
Maybe you should Google it to validate your source. The left side of your brain is your source.
Great Balls of Fire, 89 film. Yeah, it was Winona Ryder.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
So here's one that I did not. Jules Bass died. He's 87 years old, American animator and for Dear Frosty Snowman, Last Unicorn, co-founder of Rankin and Bass Productions.
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
I did not.
How did you hear about it then? For the thing,
it was what's that?
Well, how did you hear about it?
Did you ask me how I heard about it? I went down the list of people who died, and the name caught my attention.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
There's a Wikipedia page that has like a every day like people who are famous or somewhat famous who have died, and I go down there and I kind of pick out the ones that are relevant to the show.
Oh, I see.
That's like I was telling Sean the other day. You were saying how I was watching I caught like a stand-up clip like back in 2006, and I completely missed the whole like Kramer like stand-up like fucking racist tirade. Michael Rich totally did not even know that happened.
You didn't know that happened?
No, I completely missed it. I'm like, what's Dave Chappelle talking about? And I like went online and I found the clip and I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, no wonder. I'm like, no wonder his career went nowhere. Yeah, I never knew it. I never knew that happened.
Dude, I'm disappointed that I wasn't there to watch you see it for the first time. Like just to see your fucking jaw hanging open, I'm sure, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, oh, someone forgot his medication. That was wow. Yeah, that blew me. And I was like, holy shit. And like, yeah, I never realized that.
Yeah, he was just out with it. Like there was no,
Yeah, he fucking lost it.
He didn't dip his toes into the water. He just fucking dove in head first.
Nah, yeah, he was fucked. Yeah, he was done. Yeah. It was like, because Dave Chappelle was like, he's like, yep. He's like, every time I see this sign behind me, because he was at the Laugh Factory or whatever, I keep thinking of Kramer. He's like, mm-hmm. He's like, he's like, he probably thought I'm having a bad day. I'll get him next time. He's like, no, you won't. There will be no next time. Let's see. So, Michael Kopsa died. He was 66 years old. He was known for Levy for his voice work for X-Men Evolution. He played Beast. He did the bad guy from Mobile Suit Gundam. And he also played a bunch of minor parts, like in a whole bunch of TV shows and stuff like that. He's always like he's one of those dudes that you don't know his name, but when you see his picture, you're like, oh, that guy from that TV show. I remember him from this. He had complications from a brain tumor. It's kind of fucked up. And that's it. That's the people who died. Move on to the trailers.
Yes. Trailers. Let's see. What order are we going in?
A bunch of them in there. Whatever. You pick, Mike.
All right, let me go back over the list. Let's see. 1899. Can we talk about that one for a minute?
Yeah.
What in the fuck? What was I watching exactly? Like it had like horror movie elements to it.
Yeah.
It
And
looks cool.
I
love ghost ship stories and shit.
And that's what it was. It was a ghost ship story. Like
kind of.
But I'll tell you what kind of threw me off a little bit. Like music makes such a difference, man. Like, and it doesn't matter what kind of music it is, but like the score of something totally changes the attitude and the feel of like what it is that you're watching. And it had ghost story and horror movie written all over it. And then as soon as like All Along the Watchtower kicked in, it took me out of that. And then I was into like chilling, like, let's smoke a doomer and have a soda.
Instead of Hendrix, they started playing the Benny Hill theme.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I don't know. It was just it was a weird choice for a horror movie. And if they were going to do that, I'm so used to hearing like that, like the Jordan Peele thing, like where he takes some pop song and turns it dark and mysterious sounding for like a trailer. Yeah. I would expect it more something like that, but that was a straight Hendrix.
Yeah.
And I was no longer scared. I'm like, you know what? And that let me know that if I ever get into any kind of like scary situation and shit like that, I just put my earbuds in and put some Hendrix on, and I'll know that I'll be fine.
Yeah. Throw some Jimmy
on in any scary situation.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know, but did you guys ever watch Dark?
No,
I did not.
I've heard. I think I've watched the first episode, but never got past it.
It's good. It's like it's in a foreign language. I think it's Norwegian.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was Norwegian or Swedish or something.
Or Swedish, maybe. It was one of those countries that are up there above
Finnish,
Europe. Yeah, one of them. It was good though. I mean, if it's like an anime, I just read the subtitle and I'll fucking roll with it that way. Because I tried watching the dub, and then I just think of Godzilla movies from the 80s, and it doesn't work at all.
No, it's German.
It's the same people. Oh, is it German? Okay.
Yeah, it's German. The Germans.
But I noticed there's like a mix. Like they have there's English speaking people in it, and then there's like whatever language that is that they were speaking. But that show was really good. So this is like, I don't know. It's just weird. It's like just fucking weird. There's a whole bunch of weird shit going on.
There was a whole bunch of weird shit going on. I'd actually like watch it twice to catch some of this shit, but there was like, did I see this in this trailer? There's it looked like some ninja girl or some shit. Was that in this trailer?
Ninja?
Or did I
I don't remember seeing ninjas.
I swear to fucking, or some samurai bitch, man. There was some.
Oh no, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. There was a Japanese woman or something.
No, she looked like
She had like a white mask or white makeup or whatever, right?
Isha?
I'm going through the trailer right.
Are you trying to think of the word Isha?
Yeah. She had the fan and shit.
Fucking ninja.
Whoa.
Ninja.
Listen, man. I saw
Samurai. Huh? Isha.
No. Listen, man.
Samsonite.
let me explain myself at least before you jump to conclusions. I saw the fan come up and I automatically imagined Katana, and that's what led me down the
Mortal
Ninja
Kombat
road. I don't even know if I don't know if she has Mortal Kombat, basically Mortal Kombat on the brain.
Oh yeah, it's Mortal Kombat, the bastion of accurate cultural.
Yeah, I hear you, but that's what I got. That's what I got to go on. Listen, if who the hell said, one of you guys said that all your British, like everything you know about the UK comes from, what the fuck are those movies that you watch, Levy?
No, I said all my German I get from Indiana Jones movies. Yeah, Indiana Jones movies. Yeah, war movies.
No. Oh my God, I have weed brain right now. They're like British comedies, man. Levy, you quote the shit out of them and it annoys the shit out of me.
Monty Python?
Yes, Monty Python. Yes.
Monty Python?
The fuck you don't.
I might do the occasional one. I was like, and they were supposed to be Robert's minstrels, and there was much rejoicing. Yeah.
No, see, the problem with it is that once Levy gets on one, he says it only happens every once in a while, but like every once in a while when it does happen, he gives you like half the movie.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, must have happened right around the same time you shit your pants.
I asked Doors because we were in Red Bank, and he's like, a chocolate shop? And I'm like, yeah, a chocolate shop. He's like, I said, do you have chocolate shops? And he's like, oh, yeah. I said, yeah, do you have cheese shops? He's like, yes. And that's like to buy a parrot. Went to the whole Monty Python thing. Moving right along. Now that we've discovered that, German Indiana Jones, Monty Python, and now in 1899 has ninjas from Mortal Kombat. What did you think about the trailer? I'm gonna watch it. I think it looks cool.
I think it looks cool enough to watch. Only because I don't know what the hell's going on. Like sometimes that's what it.
I know.
Yeah, sometimes that's what it takes. Like if the trailer thoroughly confuses the shit out of me, it's probably like worth a watch, man. But like only if it confuses the shit out of me if there is some supernatural or outrageous shit happening. You know, if it's just a drama with a bunch of regular old fucking humans and and I don't know what's going on, then I'm not interested in watching it. But if if they have that same trailer and then somebody shoots a fucking fireball at the end, now you have piqued my interest. So when she was on, I don't know where she was on, like the front of the ship, and like I don't know if she was looking into some sort of vortex or some shit. And I'm like, man, there's some weird shit going on, man. I should probably watch this. Wait, is this a series or a movie? Please tell me it's a movie.
I think it's a series.
For fuck's sake, man.
I think.
How much time do these people think we all have to watch all these fucking series, man?
I don't know. Guess plenty, apparently. You should write Netflix and say, listen, I don't have enough time to watch all this shit. Yeah, give me more movies.
Give me more movies. Dude, Hellraiser, I was so happy Hellraiser was a movie and not a series. Although I would have watched the Hellraiser series, but I was psyched that it was a movie.
How about another one? How about we move on to like another one's a little confusing for me? The pale blue eye.
Is that the one with Edgar Allan Poe?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck was going on there either. I love our commentary, man.
I thought it was a documentary for Aemon Targaryen.
It's like a murder mystery, I think.
Pale blue eye.
I got it. Got it. Anyway, what's going on in this one?
I don't know. We should just move on. Should we just move on?
I gotta find more trailers where we have no idea what the fuck's going on. We're just like, what is going on? Who knows? Maybe I don't know.
I watched
Maybe Christian Bale like winds up on the boat then in 1899 or something. Who knows?
He comes out of the portal.
Over. Yeah, it's just a crossover or something.
Yeah,
just one big confusing fucking series.
I saw it and it looked. I saw it was an Edgar Allan Poe thing, and then I saw Christian Bale was in it, and I'm like, all right, well, that's probably enough to make me want to watch it, whatever it is.
Yeah,
that I don't understand right now.
Yeah, I saw Christian Bale. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah,
because usually whatever he does is pretty entertaining.
He's such a good fucking actor, man.
Let's go to a staple. Avatar.
I'll tell you this much. I haven't seen Avatar in a long ass time, and if you were to show me this trailer
10 years ago,
I could have been convinced that it was just a bunch of shit from the first movie. Like, I don't know. I mean, it looked awesome, but I don't know. The first one was good.
Did you see it in the theater in 3D and like IMAX and stuff?
I saw it in the theater, but I can't remember if I was in IMAX or not. But I definitely saw it.
I saw it in 3D, and that's when I learned that I can't be under those 3D glasses for more than 2 hours because it gives me a terrible headache.
Huh. That movie was definitely more than 2 hours, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that's what I learned. That I can't spend more than 2 hours in those 3D glasses.
That Avatar, when that first came out, man, that was one of the most fucking like mind-blowing visual things I've ever seen. Like, I just remember it was like, I don't know, it was crazy ahead of the time, I think.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It
was 12 ago, I think. Sounds
12 years ago. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The trailer looked cool as fuck, but I don't know if they give much away from the story outside of like, I noticed this broad was pregnant or whatever.
Right.
And it looked like the one group was maybe people that used to be humans or that were humans that were being avatars.
No, I think they were lived, in the water area, and the other people lived in the jungle. The Navi, the different Navi. All right, let's moving right along. How about
I have? Well, I was gonna say I have some.
Oh, you have an opinion? I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. Good, Levy.
Jed keeps forgetting you're here, Levy.
I know. I apologize.
Well, it's kind of my fault too. But yeah, so I watched the trailer. And April was sitting there, and I asked her. No, shit, wrong story.
Thank you for your opinion.
No, I got something. No, April just. I watched this trailer. April made up a good point that it just feels kind of blah now because it's been so long. It's been 12 years. If they had showed this trailer like 10 years ago, 8 years ago, maybe she might feel more excited about it.
I think she makes a good point.
Yeah.
Yep. I might agree with her. I think she makes a good point.
Well, you remember from watching the Corridor Crew how they talked about the effect of the water and like how well it was done. So I know that for a really long time, and he was affecting the camera that they use for filming certain things and stuff like that. Like, I forget what's called red. I forget what the fuck it is, but yeah, James Cameron was doing all this fucking Titanic underwater shit and stuff, and all those years that he was doing that, he was basically practicing to kind of be the director for this type of film, GI and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm more than happy to wait instead of getting the fucking, special edition like fucking Lucas did with Star Wars. I'll wait until he's ready to think that, the CGI is ready for his movie to be ready.
Yeah, I can agree with that too, but I don't think you guys are talking about the same point, Like for like artistically speaking, I completely agree with you, Jed, but just like taking that out of the equation and saying if they would have been able to properly do it 3 or 4 years after the first one came out.
Well, I know that I wanted to see it because one, it was James Cameron when the first movie came out. And then the second was because I didn't give two shits about 3D. And then everyone was like, have you seen Avatar? And I'm like, no, I fucking red, blue. No, they're like, no. They're like, you got to go see it. It's so amazing. I was like, all right, yeah, whatever. So when I saw it and I was like, holy shit. I'm like, this is fucking amazing. I can't believe this. So I'm expecting something like that to come out of this movie where they're like, are you going to go see it? And like, nah, 3D's fucking old, boring. It's not trendy anymore. They're like, no, you got to see it. Kind of like when Ready Player One came out in 3D. And everyone was like, 3D's fucking, because of all this big saturation with all the shitty ass fucking 3D movie conversions and everyone.
Sure.
It was terrible. But then like Ready Player One came out and they filmed it. So it was like that. And I was like, wow, I'm like, this is fucking amazing. It's awesome. That's what I feel like I'm going to see something new and something special with this fucking movie.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. I'm sure like visually it's just going to fucking blow everybody's mind. I got no doubt there.
Yeah.
I was just thinking because April's like coming at it from a completely different viewpoint. And like, I'm just thinking about like, how Jed's experience is the same as hers, but then like Jed's all looking at it from like an animation artistic standpoint and everything like that. And April's just like, ooh, pretty water.
It was cool when they showed a little term with the robot things in the one little scene they showed for like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
The sparks flying and stuff. Now I'm all hyped to see it. And there's like 3 more after this too, I think. Or 2 more. I forget.
More what?
Do we have 50 years to wait before they all come out?
No, they're all filmed together and stuff.
Oh, all right.
Just going to be
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember. Like, I think that was another thing that led to it taking so long, is because they were filming like all 3 movies at once.
Yeah.
No shit.
I remember reading a story, something about how this was like, yo, listen, we can't have this movie like fucking, 4 hours. People are just going to sit there. He's like, listen. He's like, I'm you fucking. He's like, then you're fucking going to listen and do what I say. And they're like, oh, all right. He's like, okay, you whatever you say, sir.
That's a huge undertaking, man.
Yeah.
Doing multiple movies at like, I mean, it's going to make money, but.
Did I ever tell you guys the story? I'm sure you might have read it too, about James Cameron's pitch for Aliens and how it fucking panned out.
I forget. I remember reading it, but
he went to a conference room with a bunch of executives, and he's had this idea for aliens, right? So he had the whiteboard and he wrote alien on it, and then he looked at everybody and they all kind of like and then he put S on the end of it, and they're like and then he put dollar signs through the S. And they're like, okay, let's make it. I don't know, man. He's been, between Avatar, Titanic, he's made billions of dollars for fucking that studio.
Yeah, I'm sure. Holy shit, I'm sure.
So,
what's next? What do we got left? We got Willow and...
How about Willow? We'll fill the blank. Meet in the middle between those 2 trailers. Do you guys remember Willow? Did you watch that?
Yes, I actually watched it at the drive-in when it first came out.
I have vague memories of Willow.
Mad Mardigan.
Yeah, El Cameron. Mad Mardigan.
The greatest swordsman in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember that movie. It was cool. I haven't watched it in a long time, though.
Yeah. It was a cool... Ron Howard, I think, directed it.
I think so.
I think that's who directed it. It was... I remember being really cool. And I remember seeing like a whole bunch of documentaries about how they did special effects for like the trolls and all the other shit and stuff.
Yeah, I think it was that the first movie to feature morphing like that? Yeah,
it was the first morphing. You're right. They invented that technology for that. When I forget what the fucking wizard's name was, when she changed from goat to a fucking
Yeah.
her. It was that was the first time they did morphing.
Yeah.
Jesus, Mike, do you remember that? I was like fucking in the 2000 early 90s or whatever when everybody was all about morphing between two things and they had programs and shit.
Oh, all that. Yeah. Yeah, I remember all that shit, man. I always remember it looking fantastic.
That was like Netscape 2.02 version, like back in the days.
But it was amazing though. Back then it was amazing. Like wow.
Create this morphing GIF.
Yeah.
So I could share it in my IRC chat.
It's gonna be me and a wolf. I'm gonna turn into a wolf. Because wolf is cool, man.
I'm excited for this because it looks like they're doing some, decent fantasy.
April said she watched the trailer with me tonight, and she said that looks like D&D.
What did she say, Libby?
What looks like D&D?
She's in the trailer. She said like it looked like D&D.
Right, because of the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She also told me, like, I asked her if she'd ever seen the original Willow, and she said no. And then it would have been fine if she kept it at that. Then she said, yeah, that guy terrified me when I was a kid. What guy? No, the guy, the Willow. Like,
the guy.
Say it.
The little person.
Say it.
The little person, right? Yeah. That's Warwick Davis. That's Wicket.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, but he terrified me. I'm like, that's horrible. You're not going to watch Willow now because he terrified you? No. He doesn't terrify me now.
I hate to see if she give her time bandits. She'd probably be like her worst nightmare. Right? Just like
she's gonna kill me.
Or Wizard of Oz. That must really fucking give her nightmares.
Oh no.
Marvel Studios special presentation, The Guardians of the Galaxy. What do you guys think of this holiday special?
It looks goofy as fuck, but I'll watch it because I like the Guardians.
Mm-hmm. That's about it.
Yeah, what he said.
Right. That's it.
Yeah. What else is there?
Nothing really else, I guess.
Just Kevin Bacon. No, look at Kevin Bacon.
Yep, he's good. Marvel Studios Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Probably the best trailer lately I think I've seen.
Yeah, this looks really good.
The 70s music slowed down to, be a little bit more creepy.
Right.
Yeah. I heard people were complaining about the casting change for Ant-Man's daughter.
Why?
I don't know, because people are like nerds are gonna nerd.
I don't even fucking remember what she looked like. I was like, okay, short brunette. That's good enough for me. That's Cassie. Ooh, okay.
I don't know.
Does it matter?
See, like Rhodey, when they recast him, like from Iron Man, that was a big switch. Or like Edward Norton, Mark Ruffalo. That was a little jarring, but not some 17-year-old brunette that you could pick up off the street and fucking run that part through. It's just
that's called kidnapping, Jed.
No, well, yeah, pay her though. Here, be in the movie. You'll be an Avenger eventually, but we'll recast you.
Here, act.
Here, okay, I'll give you an example, right? All right, so Logan.
Yes.
Right. Okay. The girl who played fucking X-23, right? Laura.
Right.
Daphne Keane.
Does she play an adult version of that character in a future movie?
Does she have to?
Yeah.
I don't think so, no.
No, right. So you can recast and no big deal, right?
Right.
Okay. Do you disagree with that?
But the thing is that like they already had an aged up version of Star because remember she was in Endgame. And people were saying that it should have been her to reprise the role, not the young daughter, like when she was young.
Yeah. I get that. Like if there's like a time gap, then it definitely doesn't matter. But if there's not a time gap, then it sucks a little bit. But if it's like such a minor character, like who the fuck cares? When it's a major character, sometimes it's a little jarring. Like you were just saying, the Hulk.
Well, I think she's going to be a major character in this movie, but people are saying that they should have stuck with the original casting of the teenage Cassie. Which I mean, they've actually recast like roles like that, like small roles.
But she was in Endgame for like what? A minute?
Yeah,
that's about it. Well,
Yeah.
Who cares?
That's a who cares. Yep.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Go back and retcon that shit. That was his niece or some shit. Somebody else.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
It's like you say, it's just, it's so unrememberable. It's unremarkable that you don't, I don't think a majority of people will actually notice, let alone care. But I really like this trailer.
So do I, man.
It's really unfortunate that Hasbro still owns the rights for the Micronauts, because they could have brought those characters into this so easily.
Yeah, that would have been dope. Yeah,
because when they first like get into the whole realm, I guess you want to call it, universe, all those different characters that were approaching, I'm like, that would have been a perfect setup for that, because they're just random fucking weird looking fucking characters at this point.
Some of that trailer made me feel a little Star Warsy.
Yeah,
a little bit.
And then Bill Murray, and then he goes back to Star Wars.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm excited to see this. I want to see what's going on with Kang, man. I feel this has been a huge build up.
Other people were like Levy was talking about, oh, there's an outcry for this, whatever, for that actor. But there was also, oh, he's not blue. It's just his face mask that makes him blue. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? It's a little bit of a change.
He's clearly Kang.
Yeah. I mean, he's coming down. He looks remarkably like a fucking jumped off the page of a comic. So who just a blue line in front of his visor instead of a fucking, they paint him up.
I'm kind of like, I'm tripped out to see where they're going to go with this shit, because there were like so many different versions of Kang out there, and the whole Council of Kangs and all that shit. Like, I don't know, man. I wonder how nutty it's going to get before it's all said and done.
Well, I wonder if it's going to be like, I don't know if they're going to, because I know like a lot of different times they say that he's Doom, or he's a descendant of Doom, or he's this descendant of Nathaniel Richards, or Franklin Richard, I mean. Or is it Nathaniel Richard? I forget. It was one of the Reed Richards' kids. Franklin Richards, yeah.
Franklin.
But one thing I was going to bring up too is that during the SDCC trailer, when they showed this, they showed MODOK, but they didn't show it in this trailer. They took it out, which is a rumor that actor, there's Corey Stahl, I think his name is, that played Yellow Jacket in the first movie, will be MODOK. Oh, that's the rumor. But no, I'm actually excited.
Wasn't his company's name Advanced Idea Mechanics?
Was it AIM? I can't remember. It's been a while since
AIM would make sense.
Yeah,
that was that was part of Hydra originally, right?
No, AIM was well, yeah, you're right. It was a scientific division, and I think they broke off of that. I think, and then they created MODOK, or they brought him back, and then they created the Cosmic Cube.
Yeah.
Well, didn't Pym create MODOK?
Oof, it's been a while since I read the origins of those.
He created Ultron. I'm sorry.
MODOK
I'm sorry. Modom was his. Yeah, it was something like with Modom and Hank Pym, I think.
Pym created Ultron.
Yeah.
And
I remember that.
MODOK was, I think, an invention of the AIM scientists somehow.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I read about it, but he used to be in charge of AIM.
MODOK was the big head motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
Modam. What was the other one?
Modom. That was the woman. She had some connection to Hank Pym, I think. I mean, can't remember what it is.
Was she a big head? She was a big head motherfucker too?
Yeah.
They were both big head motherfuckers. Look at you two big head motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see this.
When is this? This comes out in February, right?
I believe so.
And Black Panther's next weekend, right?
I believe so.
Black Panther looks good, man.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah, it looks okay.
Oh, Hater Jed's back in the building.
If I was writing, no, listen, if I was writing Black Panther, I would have changed it up a little bit.
How so?
I understand I understand they want to bring all the, the female superheroes in, and they're changing over a lot of different, characters to be the female versions of them, bringing those characters up front, right? So you have Iron Man, right. And then of course, that fucking, it's going to be Black Panther's sister going to take up the mantle. But
yeah, to
make it really interesting, like bring Killmonger back just as a fucking surprise, like Ironheart's getting her ass beat by, and Shuri's getting the shit, and fucking Killmonger up and fucking kicks ass. Could be anything.
Didn't Killmonger get killed in the first one?
Yeah, could be anything. Like maybe someone took him to that little patch of fucking flowers and brought him back to life. He's
they gave him a little
universe.
They gave him a little. They gave him an edible.
Yeah.
Just Killmonger on edible was all peaceful and shit. He didn't want to fight nobody. He just wanted to chill out.
Yeah, maybe he was hanging out with the White Wolf all this time or whatever in that same little village where he was being hidden. No, seriously, I think that would make things like spice up, make it real interesting. But as it goes, I just feel it's going to be like a sad movie. That's the part that I'm kind of like, ugh. It's going to be, I understand they're doing they're honoring Chadwick Boseman. The movie's going to reflect that because, fucking T'Challa died, probably fighting someone off screen that they'll mention half-heartedly that a big bad.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out, like how they're gonna go about that shit.
Another rumor is another Doom rumor, like he went to Latveria and died or something like that, but they don't actually mention him. That's just all. But like I said, if I was writing, I would be like, yeah, just fucking bring Killmonger back, and
they have to show it. They have to even if they got to CGI something, they gotta. I think they have to show it for it to mean anything. I think to give Black Panther some off-screen death that's just kind of mentioned or whatever is like disrespectful to the character.
Well, I think it's more of a tribute to Boseman because you already know that he died. Probably majority of the people know that the actor that played him died. So I have a feeling they're not going to show it. But maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, you could be right. You could be right.
So I have a feeling it's going to be a very sad, emotional movie for the most part. That's what I'm looking more forward toward Ant-Man than Black Panther.
I'm probably looking more forward to Ant-Man too. Ant-Man's going to be more action, more fun. Like it's going to be like, I feel like I'm going to laugh my ass off at the Ant-Man and Wasp. I do have a question about. I need an opinion on Black Panther though. Namor still has the little like angle wings and they're like flapping.
Mm-hmm.
You like that?
I brought up in the one show when you weren't here. I said that to Levy. I said, "What do you think about the flapping wings?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, Namor, he needs those to fly. I was like, "Not really. He doesn't really need those."
They're symbolic of anything. Like, what are they?
Be there. I don't like it. No, sir.
It'd be weird. It's. I don't feel like little wings like that would be able to make me fly if I had them. I feel like they would give me a little boost. Like, no, hear me out. I feel like
they help you dry mop the floor, and that's about it.
No, I feel no. I feel like they would be like a little. Like I feel like I would be able to dunk. I'd be able to dunk if I had them. Like it would get me a little bit more
1 foot
ups. It would get me a little more ups on my vertical. I feel like I could dunk with them, but I don't feel like I could go any sort of like distance on little ankle wings. Like they would have to. Well, I mean, it's just like physics. They would have, like even if they were going like hummingbirds and shit, little ass ankle wings on like a 210-pound dude.
It's like those shoes they used to sell back in the day where you used to pump up the sole with the tongue.
Yeah. Like you were gonna fucking start bouncing like the Incredible Hulk, like no, you're still old and slow.
Yeah. Air Namors. Yeah, I'm not for it. I am anti ankle wing.
I'm anti little wings at all. Like even remember Captain America had the little wings on the side of it. His if he would have showed up in the MCU looking like that, people would have laughed him right out of the building.
Yeah.
Like
Thor had the helmet there for
with the
there.
It was like a goof.
Got rid of that.
Like, Captain America, his whole thing is like, his charisma over anything. I mean, he's got like the super soldier serum, but like, what can he really do? He's just like a strong, fast dude, Like his whole thing is his leadership and his charisma and all that. And which none of would have happened had he walked in there with fucking wings on his head.
Are those supposed to be eagle's wings, by the way?
I don't know what they're supposed to be, but they're too tiny. Like,
yeah.
if they were like big and they were on his back and he could actually use them, I guess, I don't know. Then we'll have that conversation later. But the little tiny like symbolic wings and shit, nah, B, nah. That really is a dumb idea. Like I know we always talk about like the old school legends and shit. All the creators, fucking Stan Lees of the world and everything. It's like sometimes they have dumb ideas. Them little ass wings on the side of the helmet was a dumb idea.
Well, he's a patriot, so let's give him a shield with the stars spangled banner. All right, red, white, and blue.
Yeah,
big star.
That's cool.
All right, well,
wings.
What else is America? Eagle.
Wings on the side. It's too much.
Eagle wings on the little tiny eagle wings on the side. Yeah,
let's put a little tiny eagle. I mean, like, listen. If it was never, you're picturing it from the point of view where like Captain America has existed for fucking decades and shit. Try to imagine it from the point of view that Captain America never existed.
Right.
This is the first time in mankind's history that somebody has seen a sketch with little tiny ass eagle wings on the side of somebody's head.
I thought you were gonna say, imagine like the fact that it looks stupid.
Well, yeah, right. Just
come from the perspective that it looks stupid.
Yeah, well, maybe like in the 50s, wings were big back then.
Little tiny wings.
Didn't they used to put those little wings on cars and shit, like little like emblems and stuff on the front of the hood?
Probably, like with the little hood ornaments and shit, little wings and shit. Like
I bet I bet you 70 years ago, wings were in.
You know how they showed Namor floating down on his little tiny ass wings and shit in the trailer? It'd be fucking funny as shit if like Cap, like comic book Cap, showed up and he could fly with them little wings on his head. Like they would start flapping and he would just fly off.
It just when I saw that, I immediately thought of like the golden snitch from fucking Harry Potter.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I was like, oh man.
Well, the golden snitch I could buy. Because it's a little ass pair of wings, but it's on a little, it's on a proportionately little thing, and I will buy that. But I just, the guy that's built like a tight end and shit on a couple of little ass wings
on his ankles. Like, how does that even work? How is he not like hanging upside down like all the time?
Right. It's like rear wheel drive and shit. Like,
yeah.
Like he's fine unless he flies into snow and then he's all over the place.
He's always flying feet first everywhere.
Yeah. This is definitely not a pro wing show.
Like if it's like if it was like if it was oh shit. If it was a real leisurely fly like through the neighborhood, he would just be like hanging completely upside down like a bat. But the little wings would be going, but he'd be flying real slow and shit.
I'll meet you there at the Avengers Tower, Cap. It's just like...
Oh man. Oh shit. Ain't anybody in the history of podcasting ever covered Namor's little ankle wings just like we did right there. That's in-depth coverage.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This is one of those things that, however long the rest of the show is, you're just going to hear Levy like in the middle of nowhere, like chuckle for a second. And it's because he's going to just keep thinking about it. So Ant-Man.
do you yeah, so Ant-Man. So did you watch Chainsaw Man?
I'm waiting for more episodes.
Oh, okay. Oh, you want me to upload more?
Oh, if you're down, yeah, that would be. Yeah, I don't like hitting
okay.
you up for shit because I know everybody's always hitting you up for stuff. But if you're,
well, you didn't say anything about the first one, so I thought maybe you haven't watched. So
no, I kind of
5 of them.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to wait on that, and because I thought it was for some reason I thought it was a movie at first, and then I saw it was an episode, and I'm like, oh fuck, man, I know I'm going to be into it.
You want everything to be a movie.
I want everything to be a movie. Yeah,
2 hours and out, and I'm happy.
Yep. But this thing is something I make an exception for. Judging by the trailer, I'm like, oh man, I gotta watch this. But I saw it was episodes, and I'm like, I'll wait until there's like, a couple of them out, because I hate when I see something that I really fucking dig the shit out of, and I got one episode and that's all I got. Like, I'd rather get a couple of them.
Well, it's a typical anime, so it's about 20 minutes long.
Is that it? See? All right, good.
So
I'm
there's
glad
4
I waited.
I think the season's going to be 12 episodes.
Yeah. Now
So
I'm thinking maybe I should just wait the whole thing.
You could.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that, Jed. Yeah, don't waste your time, man. Wait till all 12 are out. I'll put
4 hours.
I'll
binge.
make a note. Yep, that's a 4-hour binge. That's like the what's that? The Snyder Cut. Wasn't the Snyder Cut 4 fucking hours?
That's right. Or Lord of the Rings.
I could Snyder cut it or Lord of the Rings it.
What was the extended cut runtime? Like 11 and a half hours or something weird, like 13 and a half hours,
like
I think.
12 hours or something.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
All 3 movies extended.
Yeah, all 3 extended cuts. So they were like 4 hours.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah, each one was like 4 hours. Yeah, I did watch them.
I could watch that though too, man.
I did them on one Sunday. I watched one right after the other. Whole thing.
Yeah.
Damn.
From like 11 in the morning till like midnight.
You rolled out of bed to Lord of the Rings and rolled right back into Lord of the Rings.
Yep. No, I think I rolled out of Lord of the Rings into Call of Duty. Then I went to bed.
What's next?
Let's see. Well, I watched Chainsaw Man, and I will highly recommend it. It's really good.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. I watched Tales of the Jedi. That was pretty good too. That was like an animation thing they did. They kind of filled in some blanks in between episode 1 and 2, and episode 2 and 3.
That came out a little while ago, right?
No, about a week or 2.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
There's another Star Wars anime-ish type thing out there. I have it written down somewhere because I wanted to watch it, but I can't remember what it is off the top of my head.
Are you actually thinking of the anime, the Visions, Star Wars Visions?
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah, that was pretty good. A lot of people didn't like that because they were expecting, I guess, like a continuous story, but instead they got like 9 episodes that was, an anthology type of thing.
I like that kind of shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a Batman, Batman.
Yeah.
What the fuck was it? The Dark Knight something or other.
Yeah.
And it was like a little anthology thing, and it was pretty fucking dope, man.
It wasn't Gotham Knights. That wasn't that.
Gotham Knight might have been Gotham Knights. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that. They took different animation studios and told like a whatever 20-minute story. It was I liked it a lot.
And what's wrong with that? I mean, we could have Star Wars stories that don't all have to be like canon or like linked to. I don't know. I'm like being a Star Wars casual right now, dirty casual. I don't care about all that shit.
That could be the reason why too many extreme Star Wars fans, G1, were like,
right,
this is
right.
There's no fucking rabbit ears and lightsabers in fucking Star Wars.
There is now, motherfucker.
Now there was some good. There was like, I really liked the one that was like had a very lone cub art style, black and white, of messianic hard line, manga type of art style to it, like individual, like this is just red, and the rest of it's like kind of black. That was really good. I like that a lot. Very samurai-esque.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of really good ones. There's some other ones that are kind of stupid, but it was pretty good. But yeah, this one, the Tales of the Jedi, this was like kind of filled in like a lot of Count Dooku. They showed some like early and Qui-Gon as his past in an episode. They kind of showed some Ahsoka stuff, which was cool. They had Clancy Brown as one of the Inquisitors doing the voice of that. That was kind of good. But yeah, I liked everything else. I've been following along with everything like I'm watching, which I really like that. A lot of people say that's slow, but that gives you that Star Wars hard sci-fi type of, ground level story. That's not like here's the magical, mystical, fucking force wielding users, with lightsabers type of stuff. This is more like the gritty terrorist rebellion, against the fucking fascist empire type of stuff. I dig that. The production of it is really good too. The quality of it is fantastic. You can tell that the people making it actually give a shit. Unlike like fucking whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, just been following along with that. That's the Vampire. That's actually pretty good too. Another quality show.
That's definitely on the list.
What have you guys been watching?
I watched Hellraiser.
How was that, by the way?
I seen it, dude. It was really good, man.
Yeah,
it was really good. Yep, the movie. It was a movie. Yes, it was a movie. Yeah, it was. It was.
With or was it like kind of a different story?
Was it what?
Was it a reboot?
Or yeah, it was a reboot. Or I've heard theories about it, which I can get into a little bit without talking your ear off. But it could have been a reboot or a reimagining, or it could be in the same fucking universe. But you don't really. There's not enough context there to really know. But the story is definitely like not anywhere near like the first one was. Is they don't try to like rehash old shit, But basically, rich guy,
good effects,
gets the box and manipulates a bunch of motherfuckers into doing his bidding, and Cenobites appear and blah 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 blah. But overall, yeah, the effects were really good. The Cenobites were creepy as fuck, man. They did him a little bit of a different look this time. Like instead of being all like the S&M sort of outfits and mutilations and shit that they had going on, these were more like less about their clothes and more about like their skin and shit like that being shredded and ripped apart and like folded over and made into like they just didn't have all the fucking whips and fucking leather and all that shit. They were more. I'm trying to think.
Less BDSM.
Yeah. But it was wild because the way they did their skin being mutilated and shit like a Cenobites would be, they almost made like their skin their clothing. You know what I'm saying? Like the way it was kind of like folded over and peeled apart and all that shit like that. Like they were definitely really cool looking and well done. And like the Chatterer was like a real big guy. Like remember the Chatterer one was they were all kind of the same size because they were all human like back in the old movies and shit. Like the Chatterer was like this big like Andre the Giant size motherfucker, probably a little bit bigger, and he was creepy. Hell, the Pinhead was good, man. Whatever I said about I wasn't sure how I feel about a female Pinhead, you could take that all back. Pinhead was awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people said I was predictable or, it was like the storytelling was weak or whatever. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I was trying my best just to watch it for a movie. I wasn't trying to watch it to compare it to all the old Hellraisers. I was really trying to put myself in, like how I say when people should listen to that self-titled Motley Crue album, like to not listen as a Motley Crue album, just listen to it as an album. I was trying to do this with this movie, just trying to watch it with trying to put out of my head everything I knew about Hellraiser from all the other movies and just watch this shit for what it was. And I thought it was really good.
Cool.
And I hope they do some sort of trilogy or some shit to, I don't know, kind of like dive deeper into the whole labyrinth and all that shit. I'd like to see it.
So you can definitely see a sequel coming.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the ending was a pretty epic, like, not necessarily the ending itself, like it was a good ending and shit like that, but the way the ending was shot was completely epic. Man, the last scene, like the last Cenobite scene, was pretty wild. So I guess Levy, you didn't watch it yet?
No, I haven't seen it.
Are you going to?
Yeah,
Not
I'd
really
like
into
to.
Hellraiser.
No, I'd like to. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Hellraiser was always one of like Hellraiser's high on my list from back in the day. Like if I had to like rank my like 80s and 90s like horror movies and shit, like the franchises and stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like drawn to Hellraiser above.
Mine was always Howling. I always wanted to watch the Howling movies.
Yeah. Yeah, they were pretty good, man. The Howling, yeah.
Well, the first one was. I don't know about the sequels.
Right. They weren't the greatest thing in the world, but every time I went to the video store, I had to get them. I had to grab one.
Yeah.
Even the stupid Australian one. I think it was 3.
Yeah, about the marsupials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hellraiser had a bunch of fucking trash sequels. Like after.
Oh yeah.
I remember there was one with
like,
Hellraiser in space.
You know what? Hellraiser in space was okay. I mean, I could appreciate what they were trying to do. No, it wasn't, the whole movie wasn't in space. It was like, it started out in space. It sounds ridiculous, right? And then like one character's telling another character a story, and then it like flashes back to like, 1700s or whatever, 1600s, 1700s and shit, to the guy building the first puzzle box.
Yeah.
And that whole fucking shit, it was like the movie was split into thirds. So they gave you that for a third, then they gave you like modern day for a third, and they followed one of the descendants of the guy that built the puzzle box. And this dude in modern day was like an architect, built like a building that was kind of like a puzzle box, and it tied to the old story. And then you fast forward to space for the third part of the movie. So it was like 3 different like mini movies inside a movie or whatever, and they were all kind of tied together. But the dude on the spaceship was trying to like make the Elysium configuration, which was like the opposite of the Lament configuration, and he was trying to draw the Cenobites into his space station, and then the entire space station was gonna fold up like a puzzle box and fucking take everybody out. It was the fucking it was the 90s, man, right? This is what you're getting in the 90s.
Speaking about the 90s, probably the best what space Hellraiser was, what, Event Horizon.
Yes,
basically the same thing.
Right? Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Event Horizon was just, I remember seeing that for the first time way after it was like already out.
Yeah,
and it's sad that we're never going to see the director's true vision for that film.
Yeah, you said that shit was destroyed, huh? The original footage. I guess he made a version that they put out to test audiences, and they were so horrified by what they saw that the studio made him cut a bunch of content out.
Yeah.
So
well, I told you guys the 4K version came out like a few months ago, and you could pause it, and you can get all those scenes if you really need them.
Well, no, but they were those are just like little snippets, like but they apparently supposedly those torture scenes were supposed to be greatly expanded. They're gonna be getting like got like super graphic with it and stuff, and
yeah. But you think that the footage was destroyed though? You like, why would they completely destroy footage? Why you just not take it out?
No, because I mean, footage gets lost and stuff like that. So I don't remember the exact story why nobody can find this cut footage or whatever. But,
on Reels.
Or maybe it's just that it's owned by this company that's not given the go ahead to do it or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember.
Put it out. I don't know what that says about us, but I need to see it.
Or Prince bought it and put it in his vault.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Michael Jackson got that shit right under the copy of the Beatles' White Album. Or Abbey Road or whatever.
I took a date to a double feature. It was Mimic, and then it was Event Horizon. And that's the last time I ever
Nice.
saw that girl.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You're probably better off, man, because if she
Yeah,
can't
right.
handle that, you didn't want her anyway.
Yeah.
I want a girl. I want to take a girl to a double feature like that and look over, and she's like licking her chops.
Yeah.
During the carnage.
If that would happen, then I would never want it with my wife. You know, which was one of
Event Horizon also.
Horizon.
Event Horizon was also partly responsible for Dead Space.
Yeah,
It was a big inspiration for them.
I could see that.
that's like that was what did we talk about at the time? The Mist was inspiration for Half-Life.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it the other way around? Fuck, can never remember. Do you remember The Mist? I know we talked about this already on the show.
Yeah.
When they said that it was doing experiments up at the mountain, you know, soldier stuff like that. It was either I can't remember which way it went. It was either that was inspiration for when they developed the Half-Life game, or the Half-Life game came out and that was like inspiration for them talking about that and the creatures and stuff coming.
Yeah.
That's another good movie. The Mist. It's even better in black and white too.
Did you see that they're remaking the first Dead Space game?
Yes, I did see that.
It's not like a remaster where they're just improving the graphics a little bit. I guess it's a complete from the ground up remake. So
I also, Mike, I don't know if you ever played Riven, but they're remaking that completely from the ground up too.
I did not know. That
was the Mist sequel. Did you guys see Clerks 3?
No,
Not yet.
not yet.
No.
I want to.
How about Werewolf by Night?
Actually, yeah, we did watch Werewolf by Night.
I gotta get on that shit, man. I gotta get on that. I know that one's that one's definitely.
That was good.
I gotta watch that soon.
I
heard a lot of good things about it.
Yeah, that was well done. How about did you guys watch Nope yet?
Nope.
Well, that's all I got then.
I've been watching basically baseball and football for like the last 11 days.
Yeah, right.
I watched Dr. Sleep.
Oh, I saw that. That was a
I saw that too. Yeah, that was a good movie.
What was that good?
I said, what did you think of that?
Oh, I thought it was great. I loved it, and I'm not even a big fan of The Shining.
Yeah.
So,
no, I thought it was really well done.
The torture scene was really hard to watch, where they were torturing that kid.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah. But I had I work with a guy, and he's a huge like Stephen King expert fanatic. He like knows like all the little intricacies of the Stephen King multiverse and all the different connections between different obscure characters from this book and this book and this book over here. And so like when I was watching Dr. Sleep, I noticed like a similarity between how the the True Knot feed versus how Pennywise fed. You know, where they instilled fear and pain to season the meat, or in their case, to season the steam.
Mm-hmm.
And so I asked him, it's like, you know, is there any kind of connection at all, you know, between them and Pennywise? And he started going on and talking about this, that, and everything, and I just couldn't follow it. So I don't know if he answered my question.
Well, wasn't Pennywise an alien from a different dimension?
Yeah. He's like an entity. Right. Actually, I think I remember reading somewhere that it may actually be female, but
yeah, something.
But it's an entity from a completely different.
I know if you read the
state of reality.
If you read the Gunslinger fucking books, they tie in a lot of the different stories.
Oh yeah, he talks about that all the time.
Explain like how, you know, this is connected to that and this whole multi-dimensional type of thing.
And then they were associated with the low men and this and that, and I remember the low men is, you know, something he talked about.
And that's what happens when you have a writer writing these books, you know, one shots at a time, and then he's writing, you know, a series throughout his career, and that's where you get all those, like, you know, those cameo appearances of that and connections.
Yeah.
Speaking about Stephen King, I was going to tell you a funny story. When something happened with my wife, it was like she had like a ringing ear, right, the other day, and she was getting all mad. I said, hey. I said, don't go all fucking Cujo on me. And she's like, what's Cujo? I was like, man.
Oh man.
I'm like, all right. I'm like, well, there was a story about this dog. Every time I heard a bell would fucking flip out and tried to murder and fucking eat, its fucking owner and his kid and stuff and her mom, and they were trapped in a car. And Stephen King movie. No, nothing. She's like, nope. I'm like, God damn it. Anyway, so I got a couple of bits of news and then we can move on to the next section.
All right.
Okay.
So for some release dates real quick, Last of Us is going to be out on HBO January 15th.
Yes.
So I cannot wait for that. Mandalorian next season will be out February 22nd. So mark your calendars for that. And probably the most important one out of this is the Evil Dead Rise.
Yes.
April 21st.
April 21st.
Yep.
Yes.
They released a still a couple of days ago. Bruce Campbell released a still a couple of days ago of one of the new Deadites, and it looks pretty good.
Does this have anything to do with the 2013 Evil Dead?
I think they were some people there. I don't think they really know for sure yet, but they're just kind of taking bits and pieces of what Bruce Campbell said. And I guess it was supposed to be a reboot, but it's actually a sequel, but it has nothing to do with Ash.
So probably a sequel to the newer one then.
It's more, they said it's going to be more city scene.
Yeah.
Versus in type of situation. I think the synopsis is that there's two sisters who are estranged, like meet up and then shit goes down. And fucking, there's the whole Deadite thing, and it's like I don't know what city it's in, but it's gonna be like in a city scene. Yeah. That's all I know really about it. But I guess it's a sequel.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. Hopefully Bruce Campbell does a cameo of some sort. Be great. Sandman season 2 was announced, so that's awesome. If you guys haven't seen the first season, that's a high recommendation for me on that. I like that a lot. That's good. We talked about this before, but Henry Cavill leaves the Witcher series so that he can go do more Superman movies. Apparently he was having some issues with the studio back during season 2 anyway.
Yeah, I guess it's something to do with the writers or the way the show's being written. It's like diverting from too much from the book for his taste.
There was one of the writers from that series went to work on, was it Andor? Man, I can't remember what it was. Oh no, he went to work on X-Men 97. That's the reissue, the new cartoon that's be coming out.
Yeah,
and he said he learned from experience by working on The Witcher that a majority of the people that were writing for that show had no clue who the fuck that character was, or the games, or the story, or anything. Yeah. And they were just making fun of it. They didn't care, type of thing. So he said when they got the writer group together for the X-Men, they had to make sure they were fans and they actually liked the material. So they would write, with more of a passion for it than The Witcher. But yeah, I can see that Henry Cavill would be like, yeah, man, what are you guys fucking doing? This is not anything like that. And they're like, yeah, go fuck yourself, you dumb actor. So, and then James Gunn was announced to be head of the DC cinematic universe. And some executives have gone to say that he had a very deep vision for what's to come. So hopefully we'll be seeing some quality, DCU, I guess, coming out, which would be cool. Because I really would like to see some awesome Green Lantern shit before I fucking die. And hopefully with his experience doing the whole space thing, maybe that'll be one of the first things he does. I don't know.
And I just want to see a really, really good Superman movie that people are going to love,
Yeah.
It won't be divisive,
Right.
Like Superman doesn't kill. Yeah.
Well, they all do.
Mm-hmm.
Heroes don't kill. Yeah, they do. You mean like So when Superman put that dude through the wall when he was holding Lois Lane in the beginning of the movie, like he didn't kill him at all. He completely murdered that man. He had so many different bone particles, spleen and liver. There was no.
Are you talking about the guy at the end of Superman 2?
Yeah, when he
goes up to the diner.
Even that, yeah, even fucking Christopher Reeves, yeah. I mean, they basically dropped them all fucking down the icy cavern. Not flew down after them to save them. But no, even the Henry in the beginning when. Was the Superman of Steel or was it? No, it was Batman.
No, it was Batman v Superman. Now I know what you're talking about.
When we put the fucking terrorist dude through the wall, man, he's dead.
Yeah. Good job, Homelander.
Right. Yeah. That's all the news I got. Weird news.
Time for weird news, Levy.
Yeah. This come from IFL Science, I bet. First article. Levy still there?
Oh, sorry. I was on. I was on mute.
I have my microphone set on snore.
All right, so this one comes from The Independent via Yahoo News.
Ooh, switches it up.
Man named Dick Bigger Jr. becomes unlikely U.S. political icon. That's it.
What did they call him?
Well, his name is Dick Bigger Jr. Becomes unlikely U.S. political icon. So apparently he's a farmer in North Carolina named Dick Bigger Jr. And he's supporting Susanna A. Mendoza. Not sure what she's running for. Senate. The House. I want
to know who Dick Bigger Sr. is supporting. Because apparently that name was so good, his son. Fucking.
Bigger Jr. Yeah, that's it. This one,
great article,
comes from
very intuitive.
This one comes from Kiro7. A video of a dog running through a Mexican town with a human head found at an ATM. There's a video circulating on social media showing a stray dog running on a street in north central Mexico with a human head in its jaws. According to the Associated Press, police in the town of Monte Escobedo confirmed the incident, which occurred on Wednesday. Citing a law enforcement official who was not authorized to be quoted by name, the Associated Press reported that the head and other body parts had been left in an ATM booth.
Wow. Did you hear that, Mike? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Levy did a little Alex Trebek there when he pronounced the guy's name in a Spanish accent.
Yeah. It was right on the money.
The Miami Herald reported that a person in the video can be heard saying, "Lleva una cabeza humana este perro," which translates to, "This dog has a human head." The video posted showing the dog trotting down the dark street and holding the head by the neck in its jaws. The police were able to wrest the head from the dog, and Mexican news, according to the Associated Press. The Herald reported the person that reported finding the head at the ATM along with a backpack and bloodied notes, according to El Sol de Zacatecas.
Zacatecas.
The ATM is located yards from an official government building, the newspaper reported. Human remains were left with a message about a drug cartel. So
disgusting.
All right. A Piet Mondorian painting has been hanging upside down for 75 years. You'll understand why when I show you why it's such a big deal when I show you the actual picture. There you go. There's the picture. That's the picture they're talking about. It's been hanging upside down for 75 years.
Where'd you put it, in the lobby? Oh no, you put it on there.
On there.
Oh, well, how did they not know that it wasn't upside down?
It looks like when the Spaceball 1 went to Plaid.
Yeah.
A painting by abstract Dutch artist Piet Mondrian has been hanging upside down in various museums since it was first put on display 75 years ago, an art historian has found. But warned it could disintegrate if it was hung the right side up now.
How they know? Like on the back of the frame to say like this side up?
He says that, painting itself is actually just colored tape in perpendicular square patterns. But the art historian said that something about the thickening of the grid should be at the top, like a dark sky. So notice how, like, at the bottom, there's more closely spaced colored strips. That's supposed to be at the top, representing a darkened sky.
Why not field of grass?
I don't know. So
I think that's bullshit.
I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny because, you know, it's just a bunch of lines.
Like a bunch of straight making some lines. Shit up, and they're like, "I'm going to be important." This fucking thing's upside down.
I agree. Go do something, peasant.
So that's it for my weird news.
Clearly, this art is hung upside down. Oh my, the travesty.
Bloody outrageous.
Yes, please. I wish I could fucking just put some fucking paint and fucking. It's not even paint. It's just fucking tape. Just fucking put some tapes. You know, put in the window. There you go. $1 million.
That's when I see shit like that. It makes me really reconsider, like, whether or not we're living in the Matrix. Because it's like, you know, is some motherfucker out there really sell that as a piece of art and make way too much money on it?
Yeah. But then you remember the whole internet debacle over what color that fucking dress was. So I can see, you know, rich people fucking arguing over this the same way. It's just
well, that's it for weird news.
Yeah,
that's it.
I guess we can go on to toy news.
Doesn't it look like in that picture those two dudes are fucking casing that fucking joint? Like, all right, how are we gonna get this fucking thing out of here?
Yeah, totally.
They look like older wet bandits.
Yeah. Toy news, yeah.
Yeah, toy news. I got a little bit of toy news to pass along on this Friday night. So I went to TFCon and there was some stuff at TFCon. Actually, I'm going to show you the first one is not TFCon. This is that link leads to some Predaking pictures.
Is the source of these pictures the same source of the video? Like, is it from Kang?
I do not know. That thing does look pretty fucking good, though. I mean, if you're into that style.
Yeah, it does look good.
I kind of like how they did the wings a little more, like the wings kind of fold around him a little bit, you know? That looks pretty fucking dope.
They are very articulate. There's like, I think 3 different spots where they bend.
Yeah. Yep.
One thing I was telling Levy the last show is that they showed pictures of the Thorilla, right? And his like power gauntlets that he wears. They actually come out and they're stabilizers for the back of the heel when he's in combined mode.
Oh shit. That's cool.
Or is that what's that called? Gestalt mode?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Gestalt, yeah. Combiner, yeah.
Gestalt.
Yeah, I saw that Thorilla, man. It's funny, like when he's in robot mode, he like just because of the color scheme, he puts off like a Grimlock vibe. I thought in robot mode.
Yeah,
like they definitely like took any doubts in anybody's mind about it being a primal because he doesn't look like primal anymore. Now he looks like his own guy, pretty much.
Yeah,
which is good.
Yeah, I agree.
Not every fucking monkey has to be Optimus Prime.
Right, and why shoehorn that into a Predaking anyway?
Right.
Yeah, this is cool, man. I'm wondering how big it is compared to like Toy World Debbie.
I had this, what was it? 44 centimeters or 45 centimeters?
That sounds short. That's less than 20. Or maybe right around 20.
Yeah, well, it was bigger. Then maybe I have my numbers wrong. Because I mentioned this the last podcast to Tyler, because I asked him to convert metric to inches, and I just can't. Oh man, I can't remember how fucking big it is now. I don't think I have it written down from last show notes. No, I don't. Fuck. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, I tried Googling to see if anything popped up right away, but I'm not really seeing anything. Anyway, all right. Well, let's move on to the next thing. So next link. This is to some updated Fans Toys Superion pictures, all of which are still renders. So I don't know. The only new thing that they really showed off is that his extra parts form like a flight, like a combined flight stand for the jets, which is dope. And I was trying to like look at the flight stand to see like what all is in there, and it looks like there's like the Superion feet are in there, and you see the one where it's like shot at a 3/4 angle, the jets on the flight stand, and it looks like his hips and his like part of the hip flaps and shit, and like the crotch piece is right there in the front, and the chest is underneath it. Like all that shit is hooked up in that flight stand, so it will be parts forming, which is good for stability wise, I guess. But yeah, outside of that, still just render. So who the hell knows when those guys are coming?
How many of these do they have out so far? Just 2? Just the legs?
3. Nah, they got 3 silver bolts out.
Oh, silver bolts out. Oh, okay.
Yep. All right. Next up, XTB showed off their long haul. You guys
Looks
get that
good.
link?
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah.
Is it necessary though?
Of course, it's necessary.
I mean, how many Devastator sets have we gotten?
Well, that's a little skewed by the fact that Toy World put out like 15 different versions of theirs.
Oh, I know that,
Like
but we still, I mean, not counting like repaints and stuff. I mean, we still got a lot, got a lot of different Devastators over the years.
Yeah, but none of them were MP scale except for Toy World.
Yeah, but
Like we got 3. We're working on our 3rd Menasor.
no, I know, but I'm just saying that no, it's just in just the character in general.
Yeah, the character in general has
It's
been beat to
everywhere.
death.
Like,
yeah. These are still going to sell though, because
of course they are.
it's Devastator, and it looks a little like I think that long haul looks better than the Toy World long haul.
Oh, sure it does. Probably stands better too.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny if you look at him in robot mode, he really does have like an extended like heel, like it looks extra long. You know?
Yeah.
Funny. And then the big one from the show, at least from the third-party panel anyway, was Fans Toys is doing Ultra Magnus. And they're doing the Ultra Magnus as like actual Prime inside a bunch of armor. And that also means a Prime eventually, I would only imagine, right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
We talked about this like a month or 2 ago about what would you do if Fans Toys came out with a Prime. And if I remember right, you guys are like, well, why would they? It seems like there's so many of them already. Why would they do that? But I guess there's a good reason why. Do a 2-for-1, right?
Did I say that? Because I would have definitely thought that they were going to do one eventually. I just didn't know when. Because it seems like they're going to do everything. Like they just don't care what's out. They're doing every damn character.
Yeah. Well, this way, at least they get 2 out of 1, right?
Yeah.
At least on the main cab. I mean, they'll have to engineer a completely new trailer.
Right.
Which shouldn't be hard, but
Fans Toys ain't always necessarily about the easy repaint money. Like not always. Like they used to do a lot of like Diaclone shit and all this weird shit, and then they like the obvious repaints they stopped doing, which is I don't know. So I don't know. Like even if they do a Prime, I'm not sure you're gonna see a Ultra like a white. Well, you will see a white one because it'll come with this one, but like Shatter Glass and Nemesis and all that shit. I don't know if they would do such a thing. I'd be surprised, honestly.
I don't know. I mean, it's Prime, so you're going to get that Prime money.
Yeah.
Might as well milk the mold for all it's worth, right?
This Magnus looks pretty good, though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. No, actually, I'm going to disagree with you. It's too cartoony. It's like just flat edges all over that trailer, like almost like no sculpted detail. I mean, there's some sculpted detail on the inside of the rear strut, but on the outside, it's just like flat with some panel, like a little bit of panel lines, and it's got like different levels to the plastic and stuff, but like no like greeble or detail, surface detail. And I know, they've been going away from that trend for a long time, but I mean, I think this just takes it to a whole new level.
I'll tell you this much.
This is just a render too, right?
It's a render, yeah. It's just a render.
So I mean, yeah.
I'll tell you this. I think it looks at least. I get what you're saying, and I agree that everything is going cartoony, but it's every bit as detailed, if not a little bit more detailed than the MP was. Like I feel like the MP Magnus was the one where they really fucking like leaned into the cartoon-ish theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. So we'll see how that goes, man. I don't know. I'm like, I have the X Transbots one pre-ordered.
And when do you think we're going to be seeing this?
Oh, who knows? Who knows? Although, you know what? I mean, you can't deny it, man. Fanstoys does put out a lot of shit. Like they do have a pretty steady. I mean, yeah, like everybody always gives them shit about Blitzwing and the other two aerial bots and the last Stunticon, and I completely get that. You know, I agree. Like it's been a long fucking time for those to be coming. But as far as just like putting shit out, they do put a lot of shit out. I feel like they got like this like steady, slow drip of shit, you know, coming out every month or two, feels like. But yeah, this one is probably off in the distance a little bit. I'd be willing to bet.
So what do you think of the Prime mold, the cab mold?
I'm going to that right now. Let me. I don't really know if I like it. I don't think I like it.
Yeah.
I think his upper body doesn't look big. Like he's all legs, man. His upper body doesn't look
but he's stocky
big enough.
Too.
Yeah.
Which
Like,
I don't mind. I don't mind the stockiness. I mean, I think it looks cool, but
it looks like, doesn't it look like his hips are sitting out too far? Like they should be closer to the center.
That's a little bit, but I think it's also that I don't think the upper torso is long enough.
Wide enough, you mean, or long enough?
No, long enough, not tall enough.
Not tall enough.
And they could they could have made that grill a little bit longer. You know, made the waist fillers a little bit longer. You know, I mean that's also adding to his stocky appearance.
If it was
But
taller,
he's short in the torso, especially in the ab section.
Yeah, but I mean, like if they, you're saying that the fact that it's shorter makes him look stockier. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm not really. I mean, again, just a render and all that shit like that. But looking at it straight on, I think a lot of the other primes look better straight on and like proportionate wise.
Yeah. It's funny. Like they're like for the vehicle mode, it looked like they were going for like extreme cartoon screen accuracy. But then you come to this prime mold, and I'm not getting that. I'm getting definitely like an animated aesthetic, but not accurate to the Generation 1 Transformers Optimus Prime body mold.
This anime thing that they're going for, and again, this doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look like the other ones, you know. The Magic Square and Transformer Element and all that shit. But this one looks like it would have fit into the Make Toys masterpiece line.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like the way they did all their like big legs and little like smaller heads and shit, and like the real would have been a nice companion piece with their Megatron. I can't remember what it was called. Despotron. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yep.
Because it reminds me of I don't know if it was Pat Lee that drew it, but you know, like the IDW era comics, Transformers comics.
Are you sure you're not thinking of Dreamwave?
Yeah, what did I say?
IDW.
Sorry, yeah, Dreamwave. My bad.
Yeah, it's Pat. Whoever Pat Lee was paying to do it.
Yeah, but no, it wasn't his drawing though. It was Don. Maybe it was Don Figueroa. Had a really nice Megatron picture that was fairly well common, and you know that had made the rounds or whatever. But it seemed to me like that the Make Toys Despotron took a lot of inspiration from that. Yeah. So, and that's actually kind of where this prime body mold strikes me as almost coming from the Dreamwave era of Transformers comics.
Yeah, I could see that.
Just not the marshmallow Pat Lee drawings, because he made his Transformers look all puffy and everything.
Yeah, it is
weird, and there that perpetual expression of dull surprise. So, but yeah, that's my thoughts on Ultra Magnus.
The last bit I got is I just saw that picture you put in there. Wow, that's that big. That's not too much bigger than Devastator. Maybe about like a head. I don't know.
That's the only thing I found was like that I could see like scale wise, but it says Toy World on it, and I thought, well, maybe this isn't accurate. Maybe this is an old picture.
Yeah, well, because
But,
when it was first announced, they came out under Toy World before they.
Right. But I've been like trying to look around, but I haven't. I thought it was like a little bit bigger, like maybe 55 centimeters or something like that. So it's probably. I have a feeling it's probably going to be like a head higher than probably Devastator.
Yeah, that's not
man,
obnoxious.
I'm trying to find a definite. I know I saw it somewhere, and I wish I could remember where the hell I saw it. So I'll have to keep looking.
Last link I got is for some pics I took of the prototype shelves. So that first slide or two I got Runabout, Run Amok.
Okay.
I feel like shit like that is right in X-Transbot's wheelhouse.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm eager to get those.
And also in the back of the one pic they have although I didn't take separate pics of him, but Long Haul.
Yeah.
And Scrapper, they had their Long Haul and Scrapper there, and they're a little bigger than Carbots. They're probably like 7.5 inches tall. And they looked really fucking good in person, man, especially the Scrapper. I mean, they both look good, but that Scrapper looked really good. And they got their Quint, Prosecutioner, Punch, Counterpunch, Galvatron.
I wonder if Make Toys is going to keep doing their what was it called? My God, it's been so long I forgot.
Cross Dimension?
What was the other line they had, Liv?
Cross Dimension? Cross Dimension.
Cross Dimension, yeah. I wonder if they're going to continue with their Cross Dimension stuff, or if they completely abandoned that.
I would like to get that. What was it? That was it Shockwave or was it Soundwave?
There was a Galvatron I remember seeing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Galvatron. Yeah, the Galvatron. I'd like to get that Galvatron. Yeah.
That shit's never happening.
Yeah, I would be
Probably.
very surprised.
I also thought that Make Toys was done, so that didn't pan out. That came back.
Yeah, but I'll believe that when I see a new mold, you know? Like they're just rehashing the fucking Seeker over and over again. Like,
do you think that you're ever going to see the last two Coneheads?
Nope. I do not.
Hey, how tall is Raiden, by the way? Does he match up with everybody else? Is he like
I didn't combine them yet.
50 centimeters? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't combine them yet. I actually just ordered a second set so I could combine them.
Oh.
I was waiting for a box set. I thought for sure they would do like a box set and shit like that, but Brandon said he didn't think they were doing one. So I'm like,
didn't Josh?
And then they
Josh
did one.
Yeah, so didn't Josh just say they did a box set, or they're doing one?
nah. TF Source advertised a set of 6, but it's not like a box set. It's just like selling all 6
all
of them
6 together
separately. Yeah,
Okay,
that's all I got.
cool.
Do you have any kind of toy news, Jen?
No, Hasbro's been dropping a bunch of shit, mostly junk. People buy more of their crap, Star Wars stuff, and some Legend shit. Did you see that fucking? I was gonna ask Mike. Did you see that Fuddy Boy? Or name is the Reaver that they fucking put out?
No, I did not.
It looks terrible. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, it's just, and I know there's inflation and everything like that, and fucking prices and stuff have gone up, but man, I can't believe that fucking how much like Legends are. Like, I just got a notification that Legends Beast, X-Men Beast.
Yeah.
That was like $35. I'm like, Jesus fuck.
Damn.
This used to be 20.
Yeah. Yep. Now they're almost double.
The span of what? It's fucking greed.
2 years, even.
2 years.
But yeah.
I haven't. I saw a couple. Sorry, Levy, go ahead.
I was gonna say I saw that HasLab Engine of Vengeance didn't get funded.
Yeah, I saw.
Man, you know what was weird about how that whole thing went down? That thing within 12 hours shot up near like 5,000 and then over 5,000 the following day. And then it sat there and then sat there and sat there and sat there some more. And then people started dropping off.
Well, they got over 6,000 actually, because I was watching it because it was actually ending that night that it was just Josh and me doing the show. Yeah. And I had actually at that time predicted, or maybe it was the week before, I can't remember, but I had predicted that it was going to get funded. I mean, because it was only like the first week or whatever.
Sure, yeah.
And it was going to be 35. But then I didn't take into account the loss of confidence and excitement due to the fact of the early bird goal not being reached.
Yeah.
Right.
And that killed it. Like like as soon as that did not get funded, they started hemorrhaging backers. Like people just started dropping off.
Yeah, the early bird thing is, I don't like the early bird thing at all.
Mhm.
I mean, we got lucky with those of us that got the Hiss tank.
Yeah.
And was there one for Galactus? I can't remember if there was one for Galactus or not. But I don't think I like the early bird thing, because then it's like, if it, like, as a collector, I know how collectors think. Like, it's almost like your shit is incomplete.
Yeah, if you're not getting something that was offered,
yeah,
you're not getting the complete package. But
right.
Like, it's really, really good when you meet the goal. But if you don't, we've seen what happens.
Yeah,
people's confidence in the project drops. Their desire for it drops, because they're not getting they're not getting everything that was offered.
Here's my opinion on your early bird thing. I think whatever they're going to offer for the early bird, they should just offer as part of the figure.
Yeah.
Because number one, if you're guaranteed to get that, then it's going to have a little bit, like, it's more to offer with the price that you're selling it for. And two, whether or not somebody invests in your crowdfunding project now, or say like 6 weeks from now, isn't changing any amount of money that we're putting into your pocket. You know what I mean? Like that whole early bird thing, all it is like people are pre-ordering earlier.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're all paying the exact same amount. So there's no, I don't know, man. They could just give that would be like a solid move on their part to give the fans a little something extra. And then it makes the price look a little bit more bearable at that point if you're getting another figure.
If they had, I firmly believe that if it wasn't for that early bird thing, this thing would have funded. Despite people's complaints about the price and everything, if they did not have this early bird thing, I think it would have funded.
And you're saying it would have just made dude part of the deal, like part of what you're already getting?
Maybe, maybe not. I mean, but if it was never offered to begin with, then, or if it was offered later as an additional unlocked tier.
Yeah.
Or it was just included with the base offer, as add-on parts for the base figure instead of being a completely separate figure or whatever. You know what I mean? If they had done that, I think this thing would have funded. But
I like it. I like it as a tier. Because I think once the thing's funded, then there's like a rally. Then it's coming out. And then the FOMO guys kick in a little bit, and then it becomes kind of like a mission, fucking unlocking all these tiers. I think as a tier is a lot better, because once the early bird's over, it's done. There's no way to get it back, and that's like I've been watching too much baseball this week, but it's a rally killer. You know what I mean? It's a dude coming up and fucking striking out in the middle of the fucking inning. Now you don't have your 3 outs left.
Yeah, that killed everyone's hype and excitement.
Yep.
This is how I would do it, and I mentioned this before when you weren't here. But you announce it, you give everybody a week, and then everybody funds it. They get that special whatever bonus thing if you funded it in that first week. At the end of that first week, it's funded, and now you have 3 more weeks for people to add on to that funding. So the people in that first week, whoever adds on is guaranteed to get a product. Yeah. Not let it try to spin out, to a whole month, and then have those people that first week change their mind and go, I didn't.
Wait, so you're saying really instead of having this thing go on for 2 months or 6 weeks or however long it goes on for, you would have it for a week?
Week, and the people that funded are locked, and they're locked, and they get that bonus right there.
1 week
locked
to get it funded. I don't like that idea.
Well, no, whatever it is where they fund it at, and then those people get that extra bonus, and then you have an extra couple of weeks for more people to add on to that. So then you can unlock.
Yeah, but you're shutting out all those people that weren't able to get in that first week.
No, but you're guaranteeing a product though. Being funded, and I
get it, but I don't know. There's still
the time is too long. That's
the collector in me. The collector in me is saying that, thinking that like I would be I would spite not fund it because I wasn't getting the complete package. I was missing out on something that the people that funded it in the first week are getting, and I'm not getting that, and that pisses me off.
People who are funding it in that first week, they're locked in. It's kind of like one of those deals where you pre-order something and you have to put up like $50, and if you bail out on it before it comes out, you lose that deposit.
I don't know, man. It feels like, because sometimes a week will pop up and it's like, I don't have $400 to spend on some fucking crowdfunded thing like right this second. But
they still have time.
If you give me,
here's the right. This is, you have to catch the light right away. And if you let people think about it too long, like me or Levy or whatever, you just change your mind. So this way, when you get you're the fucking adrenaline's flowing. You're like, oh yeah, oh that's awesome, I love it, can't wait. And you fucking fund it right in the beginning. You get rewarded for fucking being locked in and not being able to get out. But then the few weeks after that, people will have option to fucking either fund it or not fund it. But the people who definitely fucking funded it within that first week are locked in. You have to make that product for them.
I get it. I just feel like the Hasbro will be slapping the face of all the other fans that weren't able to get in the first week for reasons other than, they couldn't because they didn't have it, any
the option. They have the option to not have it funded in. They have the option to cancel their funding, whereas the people who are locked in that first week don't. And that's the benefit they get for being locked in.
Yeah, but you're still not getting the thing that person that got locked in the first week.
You're still not what?
You're not getting the extra, the add-on bonus that those people are getting.
Yeah, but that's the benefit of taking that risk, I guess.
I don't know. I hate it. I'm sorry.
I still think I think they're waiting too long though. I think they need to cut that shit out right away.
6 weeks? You think 6 weeks is too long?
Yeah, way too long.
It feels way too long when the shit's not getting funded. I completely agree, because I was going back and checking that Ghost Rider every couple of days going, oh my God, it's sitting in the 5,000s and it hasn't moved.
Yeah.
And like, it feels really long then, but like when there's one that's going well, like the Hiss Tank or the Sentinel or Galactus or whatever, like where it just kept crushing fucking tiers. It's like, dude, this can't go on long enough. Like, add 2 weeks and add another tier, like see how many we can get.
Plus it adds a little bit more rarity to it too. Gives you those people that bought that stuff right in the beginning, that's like, well, we only made this many and that's it, and you're fucked. And the bonus part, not the main project.
Yeah, I know. I don't like the whole exclusive thing is just annoying to me in the first place, and that's probably why I don't like it. Because I just want everybody to be able to get the same shit, Right. Like I don't give a fuck about the value and all that stuff like it. So it's like a different, from a collector standpoint, it's like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll get it early and fuck everybody that don't get it, but I'd rather just everybody have the same opportunity to get the exact same shit.
From a collector point of view, a fucking beautiful world to have that, but from a business point of view, it's like you can't make everything for everyone because you're going to have too much product and you're going to lose money.
Well, you don't have to make everything for everyone. It's crowdfunded, so it's going to be 1-to-1. If there's 1,000 ordered, you're going to make 1,000 products. I just don't like cutting people out of like just pieces of that product, rather than giving them the whole thing. I hate anything that excludes people. I don't like.
Well, what about the Steel Jaw? How about we use that as an example? Like that's an exclusive, and the benefit of getting that early was that you get the chrome, right?
Yeah, which I really couldn't have given half rat's ass less about.
So why don't they give that to everybody? Why do they have to give that to only the people that were just at TFCon? Because that's like an exclusive thing. If you weren't there at that show, then you lose out. Where they could easily just keep going with the same paint and mold. It just costs them more money.
Well, I think it's because, a normal version's coming out. It's essentially the same figure, but the difference is in paint. So that's not exclusionary enough, I think.
And the convention exclusive, they always end up on websites anyway for pre-order, like a month or two after the convention's over.
Not always. I mean, I've seen that one Sphinx that was that black and gold one. I wanted that, never went up.
Black and gold Sphinx.
Yeah.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Well, but this is like a crowdfunding thing we're talking about. Like everybody has a shot at it.
Sure.
Like, it's not like you have to go anywhere to go to some con or some shit or whatever. Like, it's
No, but it is a money thing, though, right? If you don't have those funds, you can't.
like it's tough to, it's tough to get $300 together in a week. Like,
Right.
6 weeks. It's tough to get that much money together in a couple weeks, to be honest with you. But at least a couple weeks, you got a little bit of time to make some choices in air conditioning or heating, depending on what month you're in. Fucking ramen. Yep. Not going grocery shopping next couple weeks, kids. Fucking Galactus is coming out.
No college for you.
Nope. Got to put this money up front, or else we don't get our Nova.
Or you could just do the infinite balance transfer.
Yeah. All right. Q&A.
Don't think we have any questions.
Look at
There's one.
everybody letting us get
I
out
know
of
there's
here.
one. I don't know if I'm reading that one.
I'll go read it.
Here.
I'm not reading that. Look at everybody letting us get out of here early tonight.
Long time listener.
All right.
Come
Yeah.
on. Read it out.
No, you can't
It
ask a question.
says,
You're asking a
if
question
I-
in your own show.
Yes, I can.
Jed asks, if I weigh 99 pounds and I eat 1 pound of Doritos, does that make me 1% Dorito?
Yeah. Does it?
Yes.
That was stupid.
Well, answer the question.
I'm not a doctor. I don't speak on these things.
Josh Lawrence says, Jed Vargo, no, I think it turns your skin into nacho cheese or Cool Ranch flavor.
Josh made it dumber by answering.
See, I'd be sweet chili because I'm sweet and spicy.
What's your opinion on the potato chips that have ketchup and mustard on them?
What?
The hamburger chips?
What hamburger shit? What?
I remember the ketchup chips. I don't know if I ever had the hamburger chips.
They had the ketchup chips, and then they had they came out with like a pickle chip, I think it was. Then they did the hamburger chip. It was like a ketchup, mustard, and pickle flavor.
Ew.
Interesting.
No, never had that. Levy.
Ew.
Nah, I never had them.
I thought they were good.
You. Oh. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
No,
By the way, Levy.
Yeah.
So Vanessa's gone all weekend. She's going out to so JD and Chan are getting married in a couple of weeks, and Chan needs some help, some kind of last minute help with some shit for the wedding or whatever. So Vanessa's going out there for the weekend and helping her out. So she's leaving me here by myself. And you know what that means? That means I'm gonna give it another crack at this record. I'll let you know how it goes on the honor system.
right.
Of course, I won't lie to you, but
Okay.
we'll see how it goes.
What's the current record?
Whatever your record was, 7 or fucking 8 or whatever it was.
Wow.
Is that what you said?
Maybe.
He's impressed with his
Is
own
it-
memory. I remember. It's like,
Yeah,
wow,
right.
that's a lot I did.
He's like, wow,
Did I do that?
I jerked off that many times in one day.
That's a lot, man.
So Levy, if I can get the double digits, you call me the victor.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, we'll see
I
what
think
we
what you
can
gotta
do.
do is you gotta wait till like midnight, right?
Uh-huh.
And then get in there before you go to bed, and wake up with a fresh start, and you're already like 2 in or whatever, right?
Did it? I
That's
thought
Jed
what
we
with the
did, right?
strats.
Yeah, but I
Jed
thought
with the
we.
strats.
No, I didn't. I thought we talked about this or whatever as part of the rule. Like, it should be in the spirit of the game. Like, instead of trying to get by on some technicality, it really should be like from the time you wake up in the morning to the time you go to sleep. And I'm not saying that you can't, set the alarm and wake up at 7:00 a.m. on a Saturday, which you would never fucking do under normal circumstances, and you can go to bed late. But like the whole let's yank one out at 12:01 just to pad the stat book. If I'm gonna do this, Levy, it's gonna be with integrity. It'll be from 7 a.m. in the morning or whatever. Whatever. Yeah.
Integrity.
Masturbate this weekend with integrity.
You think that-
Maybe I'll have little wings on my penis.
You'll have
Thanks to the
something.
Wolverine do.
yeah. For now on, when they do like it'll have like all kinds of. He'll be holding a shield and shit. Like and it'll be green with a little bit of armor on it. They'll be able to do like the Marvel theme song, like the movie theme song, and it'll just be like a panning down my dick, and it'll just have all this different Marvel shit on it. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'll give it a shot. Although I'm gonna have to take a couple hours off for the Phillies game. That was another thing I forgot to bring up before the show's over. I'm either because it's this whole time traveling thing. Like by the time the show comes out, it's gonna be Monday or Tuesday. So at the point that you're listening to this, it's like the Phillies will have either lost the World Series, which they are the underdog, and they're 2 games down, or they need to win 2. The Houston only needs to win 1, or the Phillies will have completed one of the most epic fucking Cinderella story underdog baseball stories of all fucking time and have won the World Series. In which case, I'm going to be super happy on Monday, even though I'm at work. So we'll see what's going on. It's a good time to be a Philly fan right now. You know it.
Yeah.
Phillies are kicking ass. Well, the Phillies are on their last leg, but they got a chance. And the Eagles are fucking just steamrolling one week after another, man. Crazy.
I remember there was a point in time when all the Philly fans were rooting for a horse because of how bad the teams were doing.
That was during dark times, man. Yeah, Smarty Jones. Smarty Jones is from Philly,
Jones.
man. Fucking guess what? Smarty Jones fucking choked in the what was the last one? Was the last one the
Kentucky Derby? Was that it?
Yeah, there's the Kentucky Derby. There's like it's like a 3 race thing, man. The start with a P. The
Preak.
Fuck. The Preakness.
Preak.
Right?
Preakness.
What's that?
Preakness. Yeah,
but then there's a third one. But anyways, he won the first 2 like going away, and they're like, oh, this dude's gonna fucking kill the Triple Crown, and then he fucking choked. They should have put a Donovan McNabb jersey on him. Smarty Jones fucking threw up at the starting gate.
Didn't have enough pickle juice. That's fine.
Nah, not have enough pickle juice. So, well, anybody,
right,
Levy, you got anything in closing?
Nah, I'm good.
Jed?
Nope. I'm good.
Enough's enough. We're out.